All right, we are live. Hello, I'm BMillzebub, and welcome to my channel. Today is March 23rd, also known as Atheist Day, thanks to
Echo.
Atheist Republic. What do you mean echo? Who's echoing?
Shouldn't be me.
Is there an echo?
I think it was me. I'm sorry.
Damn it, Faye. It's okay, we still love you. But before I was rudely interrupted by my own echo, today is March 23rd, and it is also Atheist Day. And it's something that Atheist Republic set up, and I kind of wanted to take part in it because, why the hell not?
No, Echo.
Is it?
Echo.
What?
It's not me.
Mark's not hearing any echo.
Yeah, I'm not hearing one either.
I'm not hearing the echo.
I think it's something that's just going on for you, Faye.
Okay, let me deal with it. Sorry.
Maybe you have the chat open in another window. I don't know.
That
might be it. You have the YouTube video open going in your.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. So, actually, I posted the link to the Atheist Day website in the description. It's at the very top. So, definitely go check that out. I actually think it's a pretty awesome thing. Because Christians have how fucking many holidays that are recognized by the federal government, and given days off for it. There's a couple Muslim ones, but they're not given days off, which is kind of shitty. But, but the point is the theists will often get days recognized for them, but atheists are kind of told to, shut up and get back in the closet where we belong. So Armin created Atheism Day, which, I think is pretty cool. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I think it's...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I think it's a good idea. I mean, we have to be able to be seen as normal, and if we are wanting to be normalized, then it helps to have a day of celebration. So I'm for it.
Huh? And it's not to be confused with the National Day of Reason either, which is intentionally on the National Day of Prayer. As sort of, I think it's meant as sort of a fuck you, which I think is funny. But I don't know. What does everyone else in the Hangout think?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I agree with Snarky on that end. The days off, though, with the other religious holidays tend to be because those are the days that people request vacation time the most. So most businesses that give the days off for it'll give it off because, if half the workforce is out that day, you're not going to get anything done. So might as well give everybody the day.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think it should be December 25th.
I think it might get overshadowed by something.
Well, I think that's the point. A lot of the times when I talk to people who have either deconverted or who even switched religions, their whole rhetoric is along the lines of, I didn't know atheism was a choice. Like they didn't know that they were allowed not to believe in God. And a lot of people who go through the hoops and jump through the things, a lot of the times I hear things like, I didn't really believe, but it was expected of me. So to have a day, I mean, it's not to say, yay, we don't believe in something. It's you have a choice of whether or not you pretend to believe, or you actually just you're not convinced and you don't have to pretend anymore. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, I'm not saying being religious is a choice, but whether or not you pretend to be religious, that's a choice.
Well, I mean, if you don't realize there's a choice, is it really?
Mm.
Meh, I don't know. But like whether or not we have monuments, I said the word, I'm so proud, or a flag, or like different symbolism, it to me none of that makes any sense. But the idea to let people know you don't have to pretend that you're involved in this get into heaven club if you don't want to. That's fine.
I think the war on Christmas is a good idea.
Yeah, we should start that. I'm not sure what we've been waiting for, but if you ask conservative pundits, we've been waging it for years now.
Get the Yule logs and the pitchforks. It's time to start a bonfire.
I think we should take back Halloween first.
Samhain?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still people there are a lot of people that celebrate Samhain.
Fuck those pumpkins. Carve turnips instead. They're smaller and more interesting.
I don't know if they taste as good.
They can. I'll send you some recipes.
Okay.
Well, butternut squash tastes pretty good. Now we're back to food. What the hell? It's Atheism Day.
We're trying to make you hungry, Snarky. That's what's happening here.
I think we're trying to figure out what kind of pie, because it all comes back round to pie.
It does.
3.14, right?
Right. Well,
Pie
I
Day
think
was,
that's the thing. Like, some of the things that bring people together are traditions, whether it's traditional foods or a tradition of going to a building and doing their thing or whatever.
Mhm.
And maybe next year for Atheist Day, I might do something different. Maybe I'll have people over for dinner. Maybe I'll it just to make it more of an event. Who knows? Maybe that'll be the binding force, because a lot of the times people get all excited over, like, really, do people really get into the 4th of July? No, they want to have their barbecue with their friends. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you even America? Like, I eat hot dogs for America. That's what I do
think
that
most
for.
people do.
Yeah, for America.
So maybe for Atheist Day, we should all like eat chicken. I don't know.
Chicken's. If it tastes like everything, does it really taste like anything?
Oh, that's a deep question.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Yeah.
I actually kind of want to know what dinosaur tastes like.
Chicken.
Chicken.
I mean, a chicken is basically a little bitty T-Rex.
Yeah. It actually is.
We're supposed to have, like Evan said, we eat babies on Atheist Day, y'all.
Yeah, my sleep schedule's fucked up, so I
Oh.
wasn't able to get to the hospital maternity ward early enough. So
There is a
yeah.
dessert though called boiled baby.
Early bird catches the atheist baby worm.
There is a dessert called boiled baby though.
Oh, yum.
Oh, actually it is. No,
It's-
it's drowned baby. Sorry.
Was it like a bread pudding?
Yeah.
I was joking.
No, it is. It's got raisins in it and
Oh, fuck.
Just take the raisins out.
You can use dried cranberries if you want.
Oh my god.
Hashtag Heathen says we'll start our own traditions.
Or
with backpack and
dried
hookers.
blueberries. You like blueberries, right?
I do like
Blueberries
blueberries.
in there.
Oh.
Blackjack is fun.
And we got BBA with us now. How you doing, bud?
Pretty good.
Hey,
Just waiting for
BB.
your turn to talk?
Do what?
You just waiting for your turn to talk?
He didn't want to hear
Pretty
about
much.
boiled baby.
Boiled baby is a tough conversation piece to be, honestly.
Yeah, welcome to the chat, boiled baby.
Tuh.
A savage baby-eating atheist.
I mean, what else we got to do on Atheist Day? I'm just eating babies and loving Satan.
Exactly. Hell.
Yeah, I was gonna bring in Black Spider-Man today, but I figured it's Atheist Day, so I figured I'd stick with the logo.
Yeah, I mean, either way can work. You still got less than a month now before you do your face reveal?
Actually, not tomorrow, but next Sunday.
Nice. So here's something that'll crack you all up. So hopefully by now we all know that I've got a Discord. So some Anabaptist came into my Discord the other night, but they didn't really start shit until last night, and they showed that they are quite literally the king of non sequiturs.
Tuh.
You know, because, like, okay, so they're an Anabaptist. You would assume they're going to argue, you know, for being an Anabaptist. And I'm an atheist, so I'm going to argue to not be an Anabaptist. This fucking guy, or I don't know what their gender was, so whoever they are, decided to bring up everything from the spectrum of the earliest atheist Greek philosophers from the 5th century, all the way up to, you know, Aristotle, Socrates, and all of them. Then the Catholic Church, this fucker was all over the map. I'm like, you know, and they posed it like I was arguing in favor of these things. I'm like, first of all, I haven't studied the Greek philosophers, nor do I care to. So
Aww,
it's a pointless argument with me, right?
a little piece of my heart just broke. But okay.
I'm sorry, Snarky. But, you know, but, you know, then they bring up the Catholic Church and, you know, apparently Pope Francis is going to go visit Kim Jong-un or some shit.
Okay.
And I'm like, the fuck does this have to do with anything? I'm not fucking Catholic anymore.
Do you think that maybe perhaps they forgot to take their meds?
They might have. In fact, I'd be willing to put money on it. But
I mean, that sounds kind of erratic.
yeah, I mean, that's either the worst form of ADHD of all time or schizophrenia. I honestly don't know which.
It's hard to tell. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, it's just so all over the map. And, you know, I was just like, okay, you have to stop with the non sequiturs. They don't connect to any fucking thing. And second of all, it's in my fucking rules. No logical fallacies. You know, especially if you can help it. So you need to either stop or I'm going to stop you.
oh
Well,
my.
another 15 minutes goes by of non sequiturs, and I'm right. Banned. You're done.
Right?
You know, and here's the funny part, right? One of the people in there that was debating was a Christian friend of mine, who this person is apparently now trying to get to debate.
Oh, wow.
It's like, Jesus Christ, are you trying to pick every enemy? Like, I'm an Anabaptist. We used to get murdered. Yeah, so did atheists, fucker. Okay, fuck off with that shit.
Yeah, they still do
This
get
is
murdered.
not the oppression Olympics. All right, move on.
Yeah. Whereas the Anabaptists are pretty radical. I mean, from what I understand.
Well, I mean, this person argued that the Bible is an accepted history book. It isn't. The global flood literally happened. Well, I mean, all cultures have a story of a flood, right? Well, here's a few problems with that. Yes, but not all at the same time. So, not all of them. In fact, most of them do not occur 4,000 years ago when the flood allegedly happened. So, you're fucked on that one. You know, and if you're suggesting that every single one of these cultures was wiped out by the flood, who the fuck wrote about it?
The Anunnaki, of course.
Are you seeing the gaps in your logic here?
Look, I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
Somebody get George Tsoukalos.
Is that how you say that fucker's name? Oh my god.
I'm guessing it's how you say his name. I don't know. Mark wants to know if I mentioned Cardinal Pell being convicted. I don't think I did in video. But I'm pretty sure I did mention it on Twitter. But yes, he was convicted of, I don't remember exactly which crimes, but for some shit-ass reason, they took his age into account in his sentencing, and he only got 6 years. So one of his two, at least, original victims is dead. You know, so their life is clearly ruined. And the other one has a mountain of mental health issues that were brought on by this rape event that Cardinal Pell perpetrated on him. So his life is ruined, and Cardinal Pell gets 6 years. And it's you just know it's gonna be a white collar prison. So he's not gonna have to worry about, you know, all the terrible things that had happened to him in general population, because, you know, that's only a thing in not white collar prison.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fantastic. I maintained that he should never, you know, see the light of day as a free man ever again. You know, as long as he lives. But hey, what do I know? I just wanted fucking justice.
Yeah. Ugh. That's such a damn shame. That's just.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, that's
they gave him enough time to write a book while he's in prison, right?
If it takes 6 years to write a book, you're doing it slow. Or you're not giving the book the attention it needs.
That reminds me of Brian from Family Guy. Gonna write a little novel there? Yeah, you gonna put some words together? Anyway. But yeah, it's definitely justice was not served in this regard. Events like that, traumatic events like that, as you said, completely ruin your life. Absolutely ruin your life. So, in no way was this just. I mean, it's really tough to say, you know, what exactly justice is, too. I mean, are we looking at punishment? Are we looking for rehabilitation? Are we looking for, what are we aiming for in terms of justice?
Well, I mean, actually spending a fair amount of time behind bars would be a pretty good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as I know, the Catholic Church hasn't defrocked Cardinal Pell, so there's no punishment on that end.
Oh, you're freaking kidding me. Really?
Is he the one that put in his resignation that the Pope declined that I heard about this week? Or is that a different one?
I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, there's one that put the resignation in over child sex abuse stuff that the Pope didn't accept the resignation.
I'm not sure.
I'll have to dig it up here quick.
Here's a interesting thought, or comment, I should say. I agree pederast cardinals should be prosecuted. What I don't agree with is atheists and ex-Catholics gaslighting Catholics for being still in the Catholic Church as if they were responsible of things happening in the Vatican and other archdioceses around the globe.
Well, the issue comes up is after all this stuff came out, are you still giving the Catholic Church money? Because if you're still giving the Catholic Church money, you're helping them move these priests around, right? So that'd be the argument against there. Your money's going to do that. So it's perpetuating the abuse. Assuming you don't give to something specific that is a specific Catholic thing for just like a specific purpose. So like a specific Catholic charity where that money's not going to go that way. But yeah, if it's just the general funds, that's used to shuttle around to different dioceses.
Yeah. And anyway, that's not actually what gaslighting is.
Oh,
by the way.
12 hours ago, Pope Francis has accepted the resignation of Chilean Cardinal Ricardo Izadi, Archbishop of Santiago, who has been subpoenaed by the local prosecutor's office to testify over allegations of, you guessed it, child abuse.
Yeah. And Keon, I still have family that are Catholics too. So what? Is that somehow supposed to stop me from hitting the Catholic Church when it does shit like this? Because I'm not gonna stop. If a priest fucks up and the Vatican or whatever diocese they're a part of covers for them, I'm gonna hit that diocese for it. I'm gonna say something. So acting like, oh, well, I have family that's still Catholic, so I should play nice. Fuck that.
There's nothing wrong with challenging an idea. It's not like BMillzebub is saying, screw all Catholics, they're all a bunch of child molesters, blah, blah, blah.
No, I have never said that, nor will I.
No, he's not. And I think the message that you need to take from this, Keon, is the Catholic Church has been up to no good. You know, it's been hiding allegations of sexual abuse. And what do you call it? If you are giving the Catholic Church money, you might want to rethink that, because it's not going for food pantries or getting the roof fixed. It's going for court fees to protect child molesters.
Yeah, and see, like, what happens if the Catholic Church were to empty its pews? What would happen?
Oh, they'd change.
So it's not.
They would change.
They would, yes. Something would be done. So it's not as though, the laymen have absolutely no complicity in this. They are. Like, and having these discussions is important, especially if you have family in the Catholic Church, because how else are we going to make a difference? And that doesn't necessarily mean going up to them and, making them feel bad or whatever. No, just have a honest conversation about what is going on in the church, what has been going on for years, and people have just looked the other way. That can no longer be a practice of the church. They can no longer just look away.
Well, I think what
So
Keon
this
is
isn't.
doing is taking things a little personally, because I gave money to the Catholic Church for 15 years. Am I guilty? And hashtag heathen said yes in part. But Keon, whether it's kind of like when I pay my taxes, the United States government does stuff with my money that I don't approve of. And I'm sure the Catholic Church has been doing stuff with your money that you don't approve of. But this is something that is recent, that hit the papers, that if if someone wants the Catholic Church to change, and I'm not saying that being Catholic is a good or bad thing here, even though I am an anti-theist, but that's beside the point. If you want an organization to change, the only way to make a difference is through money. And say, if someone's a Catholic and they're going to the church, when they pass around that basket, don't give. Instead, maybe slip in a letter saying, I would like it on record, please send this to Vatican, or write to the Vatican and say, I'm not going to give money till you straighten up. I mean, that's the most practical way a Catholic could actually fight the child abuse thing. I mean, aside from leaving your faith, but some people can't do that or don't want to do that. And I understand that. But you can't just sit there and give them money every week and pretend that this stuff isn't happening. Because if you know it's happening and you know what they're using your money for, at that point, if you keep giving them money, you are complicit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's one thing if you're given money before this happened, you had no idea your money was going there. You're not
Right.
complicit at all in the acts they do. And bringing up the keep going to the Vatican for this stuff. This money was coming from the local diocese and stuff to move them around. So that money was from where these people were committing these acts to move them around to somewhere else, to give them retirement things, helping them get new jobs. All this stuff was coming from the local stuff. It's not the Vatican up high doing it. It's structural within the system of the Catholic Church that this is going on. There's nobody doing anything to rein it in necessarily right now. But yeah, like I said, there's a couple of exemptions into giving them money. Like there's I'm forgetting the charity, but there's one that's specifically for medical stuff, and the money I think goes straight to that. If you're still giving to that, then as part of your Catholic donation, then that'd be something different, because that money's not going to those that are committing the crimes.
Exactly. I mean, there's other things that the Catholic Church does that is kind of awful. Like in the 90s, I found out they only give nuns $80 a month to survive on. $80 a month for laundry soap, for bras, for clothing, for books, blah blah blah. $80 a month. That's it. I don't know how much a priest was making at the time, but really?
Mhm.
Think about it. What are you paying for? You're paying to keep someone in a position.
Yeah, I can buy tampons and that's about it.
Mhm.
No? Okay.
And
No, you're right.
see, here's the other thing. Keon is saying that people give money for many reasons, and that's true. The problem is the intent doesn't mean shit. What
Yep.
does matter is what the money actually goes to. And so far, somewhere in the ballpark of $3 billion has gone to keeping the families of rape victims quiet. You can't deny that. It's something the Vatican
Yeah.
is admitted to.
And that is the definition of gaslighting, not the thing you said a while ago.
Right.
But But yeah, this is the thing. If you have an awareness of what that money is being used for, and you still give money, you're intentionally. I mean, there's no way around it. But if you don't know, you can at least claim deniability, right?
Exactly. But Keon,
And it's a different thing from taxes because you pay taxes as a citizen. When it comes to the Catholic Church, you're not required to go to the Catholic Church. So, yeah.
Right. And also, when you pay your taxes, one, if you don't, you go to jail. And two, I constantly let my representatives know what I do and do not support, and what I do and do not want my money spent on.
Yep.
And I don't know if I don't know how anyone can continue to pay for the legal representation of a child molester.
Yeah, no, I don't know why people are. I'm
See,
really I'm confused by the response completely.
and let me actually kind of come to the defense of your average parishioner that can't see their way to giving the Catholic Church money anymore, or even actually considering themselves Catholics. And I'm going to use my mother for this example because she is exactly this person.
Okay.
She can't consider herself Catholic anymore, but, and I know this is a thing that's been abolished, but it's another good way to let them know that you're not putting up with it anymore. And that's formal defection, you know, the thing that I did my very first video on this channel talking about. You know, it might be abolished, but for some reason, the Diocese of Columbus is still letting it happen. And I did it. I offered to help my mother do it, and she is afraid to do it because she's afraid of what that'll mean for her relationship with God, which she still believes in. She just can't support the Catholic Church anymore because of all the child rape shit going on.
Wow.
Okay? She is afraid of what it'll do to her relationship with God. So she can't actually leave the church in that semi-official way. So a lot of it has to do with fear. So thank you, Catholic Church, for instilling that fear in so many people that they can't leave. And actually, how many of those people are still going to keep giving the church money out of that same fear? So there's a little defense for the parishioners, but for everyone that's not in that fog of fear, stop giving the church money and try to convince the people who are afraid to stop giving money too.
Yeah. Agreed. And I get that fear, and it's astounding to me just how deep that fear can be ingrained within a person. It's just it's awful. It's an awful manipulation tactic. But unfortunately, it's a very common one in the Abrahamic religions. And
yeah,
especially one of the oldest ones.
Yeah, it's an incredibly profound tool that's used by all three Abrahamic faiths. You know, and that includes pretty much every subset of that Abrahamic faith too. You know, so there's potentially millions among just the three, you know, overarching terms used to unite the Abrahamic religions. But I'm looking at the number of people that are watching now, and I'm guessing Keon's gone because there's one less person in here. So why don't we get back to Atheism Day and
enjoying this conversation?
yeah, rather than
be trolled.
Actually, I think that was a very good interaction, and maybe Keon will go off and think about it. You
hopefully.
know?
Or maybe pigs will fly out of my butt.
Well,
Well, you be
there
first
is
to
a
let me know,
chance.
Snarky, because I want bacon. I'm hungry.
Bacon is delicious.
I'm not sure how I'll feel about your butt bacon, but
Oh goodness.
boy, how much is Maddie gonna love that line when he hears it?
Definitely gonna love that one.
Hey, Reese is here. How you doing?
Hi, Reese. We're atheists. We're here
Yeah.
being atheists together. Yay!
We're here. We're queer. That's the wrong slogan. I couldn't help it.
But technically, I am. So, yay! Get used to it, y'all. I don't know. I think you're pretty much used to it by now. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I take a little abuse.
goodness.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, what else can we talk about?
I'm
God's
tweeting baby recipes.
God's not
You
real. We could talk about how God's not real.
He, she, it, or they are in fact not real.
Yep. Problem solved, y'all. We got this.
Yep. And you need no further proof than the words of my voice. God's not real.
Yeah. I wrote it down somewhere too, long time ago.
Oh, so it's like prophecy then.
Yep, it's prophecy. Snarky 316, you know?
Oh.
Lord have mercy.
Well, I mean, if people can believe in something because a book written by Bronze Age goat herders, and I know that's not necessarily true, so scholars of the time will have written it, but by comparison to your, average layman, they're probably on the level of goat herders. They'll believe something written down by one of those people.
Hell, they believe shit written down by a known con man.
Yeah, Joseph Smith's fun.
I mean, well, there's him and there's the Scientology guy.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Mm-hmm. Also a bit of a con, I'd say. The whole religion.
Well, yeah, didn't he create the religion of Scientology out of a bet at first?
I think he just basically wanted to get rich, and he's like, "Hey, if I want to get rich, I'm gonna start a religion." Oh, Reese loves Joe. Poor Joe.
Let's see. Well, I mean, okay, so even the college student that created Pastafarianism did it out of a bet. They bet their one of their college professors they could start a religion. The difference is this college student openly says in the doctrine of the religion, this is a joke. It's not real.
It's not real. None of it's real.
Although I do want pirate wenches, so I'm going to take it on faith alone. I'll just trade the rum for beer because I like beer. Not so much rum.
I like beer. That's something I ain't heard in a while.
I love beer. The difference is I'm not going for a job on the Supreme Court, so
yeah, that kind of ruined
jokes.
Jokes are great.
I'm surprised though that an organization can use your money in an unintended way without transparency and people don't freak out.
Oh yeah, there is absolutely zero transparency with the Catholic Church.
Well, I'm talking about any organization, especially like a Catholic church or whatever, but when you find out how your money is being used, like if you give to a charity or even if you pay your taxes and you find out, say, your taxes are buying cages for children to be put in, I would think there would be more outrage. I'm just
You'd
saying.
think.
Oh,
I think as a society we've kind of become numb to shit like this, which is not a good thing.
Oh, I agree. It's not a good thing, but it's also I think I don't think people feel like they're empowered enough to actually complain about it, which I think is part of the problem. Like, if you knew that you could say, hey, I don't want to pay for that. Hey, no,
well,
you
from what
know?
I've seen, there are a lot of people saying, "Hey, I don't want to pay for this,"
Oh
including
yeah,
people on in the House of Representatives.
which is nice.
Yes.
Just Maddie said something that's kind of a meme, but is still enjoyable all the same. One very young girl tells a lie to keep from getting stoned, and then we get stuck with Christianity for the rest of time. I mean, it's not wrong.
It's not. It's
I mean, assuming that the characters existed in the first place, you know. But yeah,
I'm not echoing, am I?
no.
Good.
Yeah, I do have to agree with something Red said in the chat. It is going to take a little bit to get used to Maddie's name change,
Yeah.
because I'm used to referring to them as everyone's favorite straw man. So it's an adjustment.
I
Yeah.
will miss the scarecrow
And the
references personally.
and the shaving of the face beard made me pretty sad too. I
That
don't
made
know if you can all tell, but I like beards. They're
He
glorious.
likes beer and beards.
I do. Sometimes when I'm drinking beer, I'll take a bit too deep of a swig and get beer in my mustache, and I get to taste it again.
I'm not gonna say it.
I'm gonna go with a Monty Python meaning of life reference and go with vaginal juices.
Vaginal juices.
Does anybody else know exactly the reference I'm making there? Or am I the old one?
You're
Despite
old.
not being the oldest person in here.
I know it, but I'm not going to acknowledge it.
It's not. That's not from Meaning of Life. That's got to be from Flying Circus.
Nope, it's meaning of life. I'm telling you, watch it.
I have it. I've watched it. I can't.
Yeah,
I don't.
I have
remember
it too. I've watched it. It's in there. It's the scene where the characters are in school and they're learning about sex. I promise you, it's from Meaning of Life.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and one of the students paying attention, and John Cleese's character is, having
Yeah, the whole
sex
sex
with his
scene
wife
with
to
his
teach
wife.
the students how to do it. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, there's sex happening at the front of the room. Teacher's wife has her tits out, and teenage boys are distracted from that. No, any heterosexual teenage boy would be fucking fixated on the front of the room. I did feel kind of sorry for her when he said, "Shall we just take the foreplay as read?" It's like, oh,
Yeah.
that poor woman.
Mm,
You never skip the foreplay.
yeah. You gotta
Oh,
play before.
I'm trying to think of the country that they have this massive PR thing going on, or have had it. I don't know if they ended it or not, but where basically they were encouraging their population to have sex because everything was so repressed and everything that the young ones don't know how to fuck. Like, they don't know how to get pregnant. They don't know what sex is. Everything's been
Wow.
so repressed. I can't remember what country it is.
How long ago was this?
Oh, it's recent. It's like in the last, what, 10 years?
I know Japan. Well,
No,
it was
it's
more
not the
than 10 years ago
Japanese.
for Japan. I mean, they knew how to have sex in Japan. They just they weren't having kids. I'm
They
not
were
sure
too
exactly
damn
what
tired. Japanese work their asses off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, people literally work themselves to death in Japan. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
And sex robots.
Yeah, that and the availability of sex robots.
I had to look through some of my my bookmarks, but I'm trying to remember what country it is where they just don't don't know.
Is it North Korea, maybe?
It
I mean, don't
might
get me wrong.
be.
If I lived in North Korea, I definitely would not want to have kids. It's a fucked up place to live.
I think the Japanese have such a low birth rate because, well, one, it's expensive, and two, they're having population issues and real estate issues. Like, unless you actually, your family owns a home, it's probably not in your future to actually own your own place.
Oh. Yeah, I was going to say something, but just
Yeah, it happens to me like all the time.
love when that happens.
Yep. It's a good old brain fog for my case.
Oh, it comes with the territory. Too many things coming, too much information coming in, and it's hard to hold on to anything.
Yeah.
You said hard.
Hard. Long.
I miss that show. I heard they're getting rid. Are they really getting rid of MTV and VH1? I heard
I mean,
that.
it's not like it'll matter because they don't play music on either.
Right?
Yeah, the moment they moved away from the music, I stopped watching.
Oh, so
Yeah.
like 30 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. Like the second they started having those shows, I was like, not for me. Bye.
Oh, I know. They were just so awful. And they had like other things that were on there that weren't music that were good. Well, at least I thought they were. Like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't watch those.
Remember The Head?
No.
Oh my god. I remember Head. That was crazy.
I don't remember that.
Oh my
No,
god.
the only reason why I watched MTV was for the music videos. After that, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I
I
didn't.
Yeah.
remember one of the very last holdouts of music on MTV, and it was God, I was a freshman in high school, I think, when they stopped even this, but it was the top 10 with Carson Daly.
Freaking Carson. Oh my god.
Yeah. You know,
And they didn't even play the whole song. It would be like
No.
the song. Oh,
like
fuck.
3-minute long song, they play like half of it.
Like, I remember they used to like broadcast concerts and things like that. That was great. You know, it was like having a random radio button with less commercials.
La 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 la.
Oh. The BBA, you've been pretty silent, bud. Is he even there?
He's the strong, silent type.
We're talking about old people things, so.
Yeah, he's probably pretty lost.
Oh my god.
No,
Beavis
I'm
and
here, I'm
Butthead
here.
is the old people thing. Oh, the fuck? What is going on?
No, I'm here. I'm just in the background eating, so
Okay.
Ooh, what you eating?
ravioli.
Ravioli.
I'll do it.
Did you add some baby spinach for Atheist Day?
No. Or baby bacon. Yeah.
I got some baby carrots.
You're set for Atheist Day then.
Yay! And I could feed it to my atheist bun if I had one.
Everybody in the side chat, hashtag bun for Snarky.
Yeah! I must have.
And Maddie's going to want to kill me for bringing that back.
Oh, he'll survive. As long as he
Indeed.
knows how to love, I know he'll stay alive. Hey, Reese, you stop that. You stop it right now. You stop. You be good to the bun.
Poor buns.
Yeah. Yay, bun for Snarky. See? They're on my side.
Yeah. We all got your back.
He's shrugging. He doesn't care. It's like he's heartless. He's the Grinch.
He's a anti-bun fascist.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys got any atheist issues you want to talk about?
I'm an atheist, and I've been especially atheisty. I just felt like there are no gods like really hard today. You know?
Thinking of there not being any gods got you hard? What?
Yes. It did. Really did.
Wow.
I mean, gods aren't watching me. I mean,
I'm not sure how to feel about that. I mean, because if there's no gods watching you, I mean, what's going to stop you from walking around with a lady boner? I mean, the world's going to be chaos.
Exactly.
Now everyone but Snarky will have a bun because it's chaos.
No! That's not a world I can live in. And this is how I came to the conclusion there are no gods.
I don't remember who I was talking to earlier about reasons behind atheism. Like, people, if you don't believe, one of the things that always comes up is, are you mad at God? Or why are you an atheist? Or can you justify blah blah blah? Or have you thought about the God thing hard enough? And it's kind of frustrating for me because I've never believed in God.
Oh.
And
See,
to me, it's an act of being convinced or not believing. It's like, do you believe that your soda can kill you? No. I don't think my soda is going to kill me. I don't drink enough of anything, any one particular thing for it to have an adverse effect on my life. But, it's like everywhere I go, I seem to be shamed for one thing or another, whether it's what I do believe and what I don't believe, and what I stand for, what I don't stand for. It's getting a little exhausting.
I can believe it. No. I think one question that we should ask religious people more often is, why do you act like there is no God when you're alone? I think that's a pretty fair question. Yeah. Well, okay, so let's think of it this way, right? A religious person, when they're alone, there's some percentage of a chance that, they're gonna play with their fun zone. Which is, against like every religion ever. Two people in a religion are alone together, there is some percentage of a chance that they're going to mash their fun zones together. That is also frowned upon in like every religion ever. So
together.
So why is it that when they are alone, they will act like there is no God? I mean, God's watching at all times, right? So you're never actually alone, but when you're alone, you're going to do this kind of shit. They would consider sinful.
Do you think I have a question. When anyone was religious, like anyone who had a religion and is not religious anymore, did you like think God was watching when you took a shit?
Now I'm suddenly thinking that Family Guy episode where
did
Peter's
you
dad comes and
did you ever like see, this is what you made me do. I did this for you, God. It was good. That was a good one.
Yeah,
That was a satisfying poo.
I thought it had crossed my mind a time or two. Not even gonna lie. Like, I'm shitting right now. Are you watching me? What the?
Yeah.
This is weird. I don't like this.
In the words of Chris Griffin, I'm a sinner. God's a pervert.
Oh my. No, it's just a few people did, apparently.
Reese.
Oh,
Fucking Reese.
Masturbation was showing off for God then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, since there's no God, he was showing off for nothing, so a wasted effort.
It's just one of those things that keeps coming to my mind. Like people say, "Oh, God's watching. God woke me up. God, I'm here. I'm still alive because God wakes me up every day." And it's like, okay, and then what? Did you get up and pee? Going? You looking at this? You're doing this? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good to question these things, and also like as a former believer, I think it's important to question why I am convinced of certain things and not convinced of others, just to kind of practice what do you call it? Self-examination, and not in the perverted way. Maybe that too. But I think it's important to do an introspection.
Well, and self-examination in a physical sense is always a good idea because you should know your body, and there's potential health implications. I mean, people with breasts, which is like everybody, have the possibility of breast cancer. Everybody with testicles has the possibility of testicle cancer. So you should, examine yourself regularly.
Yeah, play with your naughty bits.
And that is a moment in, sexual and reproductive health by Bob. Congratulations.
Yay! Thank you, Professor Limby.
You all learned something. Pat yourselves on the back.
Or on the front.
Everyone should definitely pat themselves on. What's that, Faye?
Depending on where you're looking for tumors.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, everybody should definitely pat themselves on the front too, but not live on stream because I don't want to be banned. Because YouTube's a bunch of fucking prudes.
That's true. Well, I guess the hard part is just, whether or not I have a lot of sympathy for anyone who went through the deconversion process. Don't get me wrong, but part of me always wonders whether or not some of that guilt and shame and baggage, how far a non-believer is going to carry that into their life. Like, what bits of baggage do they think is important that they carry? that's another thing is like atheism is really great in some ways because then you can walk away from your invisible bodyguard or your invisible, like I'm safe because I'm wearing a cross and I'm going to go through this back alley. No, maybe maybe you shouldn't
Yeah.
depend on jewelry to make you safe when you're walking home at night. You know?
See, here's another thing. Actually, I just thought about this. I don't remember where I've heard it because I'm definitely stealing it from somewhere. But why do religious people also act like there's no God when they're crossing a street? Why don't they just cross? Their God will protect them, right? Fuck no.
Well, I
They
think
they look both ways, like everybody else.
But Jesus, take the wheel.
I lost
Yeah,
like
definitely don't do that.
I lost like 1,000 followers one time on Twitter because I was like, why do religious people own guns? Like, oh, it's for home protection. Really? I thought you already had home protection.
How dare you bring logic into God's house?
It's true. I mean, people go, oh well, God's watching out for me. God will guide me. God will do this. God will do that. Where's my firearm?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you really trust your God so much? You're going to faith heal your kids, but you need your firearm.
Yeah.
Or am I being ridiculous here?
Someone's being ridiculous, but for some reason I don't think it's you.
Thank you, and I think I just killed the stream.
Yay! Stream death.
Sweet, beautiful death.
Oh, Snarky Mark wants to know how that worked out for Maddie. I think he's talking about not sitting on your testicles.
Uh, I don't know.
I don't know. I think you should ask Maddie how not sitting on his testicles is going.
I'm sitting on them right now.
It's
There you go. I guess. I don't know if that answers.
you should stop doing that. I've done it a time or two. It hurts a lot.
Oh, letting Jesus take the wheel. It's a car
Okay.
accident joke. Okay.
I think my point stands though. Don't sit on your testicles because it hurts.
Yeah, especially don't sit on your testicles while wrecking a car.
It's pretty
Well,
sound
now I
advice.
have to put up a baby potato recipe in honor of Maddie's testicles.
Yay! Potato
Jesus.
baby. Isn't that like a meme now? Everybody says they're a potato for some fucking reason.
Is it better than like teenage girls saying, "I want to be a mermaid"?
Now they want to be potatoes. Like my teenage girl is coming up to me going, I'm just a potato. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I apparently, yeah, it's been a meme for a while.
Yeah, I think everyone in this live stream right now, except for BBA, is of an age where we just are not going to be able to connect to the youngsters, on meme level or anything like that. I think we're kind of hosed.
Yeah, well, parents just don't understand. You gotta
That
fight
one
for
is
your
just
right.
gonna sail right over so many people's heads.
You gotta fight for your right to party. We're not gonna take it anymore.
Hey, Nacho's here.
Now I want nachos. Damn it.
Damn it, Nacho, change your nickname from, Nacho. Make it something else. You're making us all hungry.
Extra jalapenos on my nachos.
Aww.
Seriously, I like a slice of jalapeno on every chip.
That's one way to do it.
Artie!
Hey,
Holy shit, Artie is here!
I'm guessing Neil ended his stream because there's people coming in here, which is awesome.
The Neil crowd.
No, they're still live.
No, okay.
Yep.
People just like you too.
I guess, and that makes me happy.
Yay!
I am loved.
Okay, I'm going to tweet that baby potato thing at Just Maddie now.
Happiness is a warm gun, mama.
Okay.
I know. When you said happy, that's the song that, like, jumped out at me.
I'm not going to interrupt your singing. Keep going.
Oh. Hey,
I love when you sing.
It could have been that, 'cause I'm happy.
That's
Oh my
actually
God.
the first song that jumped in my head. The second one, I don't know who the hell did it, but it was in an episode of House MD when he was high as fuck on Vicodin.
So pretty much every episode.
Yeah, but this was after, spoiler alert, this was after the Vicodin really started getting to him and was causing him to hallucinate.
Oh, I think
regularly.
I know what episode you mean.
Yeah.
The only happy song I can think of is the old one from back in my day. The Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Oh God, no! I hate that song. No, okay. So here's why I hate it. Right, there was a radio station that was revamping itself, which meant they basically tore down the whole studio, and were just building a whole new thing from scratch. So what this radio station did is they just broadcasted "Don't Worry, Be Happy" on repeat, and had some dude in a Jamaican accent say, like in between plays of the song, they had him say, "Don't worry, man, we're building you a new radio station." It's like,
oh my God.
Oh.
That was like
It's
1999
so cringy.
on New Year's Day. Actually, it was New Year's Day 2000. They were playing on one of the stations. They were playing Prince's "Party Like It's 1999" over and over and over. It just drove me insane.
How to kill a good song? Give it enough airplay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one for you. Right. So my senior class thought we would be, creative as hell when we were picking our senior class song. And you're never going to guess this because literally no one has ever picked this as their, class song. But my class song is "Time of Your Life" by Green Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's never been picked like a million times.
Yeah, that was a very popular song for graduation at that time.
Yeah. At least they picked the version where he fucks up the riff in the beginning and says "fuck." So that was amazing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, still annoying as shit. Like I audibly groaned when that was announced as the class song. And yes, Atheist Rationale, it is technically called "Good Riddance, Time of Your Life," but most people just know it as "Time of Your Life."
Well, I had the time of my life.
That would be a so much better song. It would, and it's a love song, but at least it wouldn't be as cringy or
I don't know.
run out 1,000 times.
I don't know. I really don't know, especially after the Black Eyed Peas got their hands on it.
Oh fuck.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Oh dear.
You know, when I was in high school, this would have been a really controversial thing to say, but the Black Eyed Peas are fucking overrated. And they fuck up everything they touch.
But boom, boom, boom.
Let's put it
Except
this
for
way.
Fergie. Except
I
for Fergie.
believe in the
She
universal
can
law.
touch me.
I believe in the universal law of crappy bands. They can have one good song.
Well, see, like, I like the Boom Boom song because my kids really liked it. And, like, I heard that song a billion freaking times, but it still makes me smile because I remember them dancing to it. It's funny.
See, like, okay, so I'm one of those weirdos that, you know, talks with animals.
Oh, Dr. Doolittle.
Not like that. But you know, I was also the weirdo that made them talk back, so I'm definitely not crazy. But friend of mine's cat, whenever, you know, she would go to the bathroom, she would get in the litter box, go and stare at you the whole time. You know, so I always imagined the cat while she was going to the bathroom just loudly and excitedly going boom boom. So
Oh,
clearly
my.
I'm a lunatic because, you know, I came up with different voices for different cats, by the way, and dogs.
Well, yeah. They do have their own little personality and they can understand quite a few words. I would like to say, Artemis says that he talks for the trees.
Okay,
Good.
that might be
would be an
a
interesting
little weird.
conversation to have. Can you imagine what the fucking trees have seen? They've seen it all.
Well,
I've seen enough.
well, there was one friend of mine, and if he ever found out I told this story, you know, on the internet, he might be less than happy, but I think it's funny. He was playing video games one night, and you know, we were in a Xbox Live party chat, and I don't know why he wasn't wearing clothing while he was talking to me,
Shit!
but he wasn't. I mean, there was no cameras, so I couldn't see him, but I could hear him, and out of nowhere, he just goes, "Bats, get off me!" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh, Batman just licked my ass."
What?
And I'm like, "Your cat just gave you a rim job?"
Wow. This is not a good time to bring up Shane Dawson.
Ooh.
Oh, that human. Ew.
You didn't like his cat joke?
What cat joke?
The
You didn't.
the one where he
You're
said,
just
"I
talking
fucked
in
my
general,
cow."
not the recent shit.
I don't know what you mean.
Shane Dawson
Do you want to
apparently.
know? Do you want to know?
I don't think you want to know, Faye. I really don't think you want to know.
I might as well. It's a meme now.
That's a meme. So
He's
he
got a
did a
history with
podcast. What was
those
it?
guys.
2013
he
episode, and he was telling this story about dry humping his cat.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does he
I don't
need a
believe it.
dictionary so he can find out what the people are actually talking about when they say grab the pussy? That it doesn't
No.
have 4 legs and feelings, right, Kitty?
Yeah, so the other day he had to tweet out, he had to clarify. I did not fuck my cat. I did not come on my cat.
Oh,
Oh.
Patsy, you didn't hear that, did you? No.
Oh.
So I mean,
It's weird. Someone mentions cats and she comes running.
Aww.
See, I honestly don't believe for a second that he did dry hump his cat, because if he did, that cat would have filleted his dick.
I really don't want to know. I don't.
I
It's
don't either.
It's so like, what the fuck is going on?
Did you see the parody count? Shane Dawson's cat.
Yes.
This
No.
joke.
Yes.
Shane proposed to his boyfriend, and the parody. I gotta find it. Fuck, where is the tweet? What did he say about it? I made some joke about yeah, I let you come on me and you do this to me.
Oh my god.
Proposing to his boyfriend.
So
Let's see if
awful.
I can find it.
It probably wouldn't have been so bad if he hadn't started the tweet with, "I didn't fuck my cat," which makes you automatically go, he fucked
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Never start out defensive like that. It will end badly for you, period. End of discussion. It's physically impossible to go well for you.
I didn't eat the last cheesecake. Yeah, you did.
Now you're making me want cheesecake, and there isn't any. Oh wait, there are baby Gouda cheese.
Hey.
Do they make baby cheesecakes or baby cheesecakes?
Yes.
You can draw a baby on them.
Oh,
You could just say they're baby cheese.
okay.
Yep.
I can do that then.
Yep.
No,
So
but I don't know. I don't get it, and I'm feeling weird.
it's kind of like, what does the world come to when, the line is at fucking the cat and like not, it's fucking
Doesn't it feel like
bizarre.
we've gone back to like 500 AD?
Yeah, we've been whisked away to far away time.
Like, let's talk about like things that we should know that are wrong. Do you know what I saw the other day? I saw a very long, drawn out conversation on my Twitter about whether 1 plus 1 equaling 2. And it was just, it went on and on and on.
Hey, is 0.99, is it 1? That's another conversation that's been going on and on and on and on and on. It's like on a repeat or something. Huh? Because it's a repeating decimal. Never mind. I don't do very good math jokes.
Oh, I thought that
It's
was
okay.
a lovely math joke.
Yay!
But, I mean, part of me flinched instead of laughed.
I
Is
mean,
99 1?
a flinch is just as good, I guess. Like, wow, your jokes really make me flinch.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
Oh, I'm just making another joke because that's what I do.
Oh, yeah, it is. But you're funny.
I try. Yeah, the baby cheese. That's what I keep laughing at. What the fuck is baby cheese? It's baby.
Like
still.
Baby Bell cheese? Come on, people. Hello?
Well,
It's not like some sort of fungus you strip off the baby and spread on your toast.
It's not?
No.
Well, what the hell have I been putting on my toast?
I mean, has it at least been delicious?
A little nutty. I mean,
little savory. Mm-hmm.
well, I want to thank you for having me. Thanks for hanging on. I gotta hop out. Gotta go grab dinner.
all this talk about food, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yep, I gotta head out. Dinner's ready, so
Okay,
I'll
have
talk to you
many.
guys later. I'm gonna be streaming later. So
Cool.
if you guys, anybody wants to stop by, the channel is in the chat. My Red Venture streams, so probably gonna be
Alright.
streaming with Evan. So let you guys go.
Cool.
Enjoy your
Yeah.
Atheist Day feast.
I will. I got baby on the menu.
There
Oh,
you
Yeah.
go.
barbecue, baby! It better be barbecue.
Oh baby, yeah,
Baby back ribs.
yep. Getting those baby back ribs, the right kind now. Have a good one.
Take it easy,
Bye.
bud.
Here. Yeah, today's the day to eat baby things. Like baby bell cheese and baby back ribs and baby spinach and boiled baby or drowned baby, sorry.
Oh God,
See,
damn.
what I want to do is get a smoker and just smoke a baby for like 12 hours and see how that comes out.
Interesting.
Apparently, hashtag had to silence Kathy or whatever the fuck. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I'm not trying fucking ayahuasca. I've seen video of people doing it, and it makes them fucking puke half the time.
Is this
I'm not
like
doing
a
that
drug
shit.
dealer? Because every time they come into the chat, it's about drugs.
I don't know, but if they say one more word about ayahuasca, I'm just gonna fucking block them. Not letting them come back. I'm
Yeah.
getting
Ban
kind
him.
of bored with it, actually. It might be funny once, but just once.
Speaking of funny, only once. Artie
I
says,
can't help
"Babies,
the way I look.
babies are a bitch to keep lit."
Oh,
Smoking baby. Oh my God,
I love Artie.
Artie's hilarious.
Oh.
Artie makes me laugh.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite internet comedians.
We need plenty of those because there are people out there that are fucking their cats. Apparently,
Don't
See,
listen,
Reese-
Patsy. Don't listen.
Reese said the best way to tenderize a baby is to dash them on some rocks. See, what we didn't realize is that the Bible was actually trying to be a recipe book at the time, but some religious zealot took over and was like, I like the dashing babies part, but let's get rid of the recipe. It's like, well, what the fuck, man? I wanted to know how to cook that shit. Selfish fucker.
however you cook your baby, do it with love.
Well, I mean, happy are those that dash their children against rocks.
Yeah, I'm so
Just
happy
saying.
about that idea.
Yeah, it's a twisted book of holiness, isn't it?
There's a lot of holes in it, all right.
Still, speaking of babies, though, no word from my sister.
Well, hopefully you hear something soon. Hey, Black Spider-Man's here.
Yay! The raviolis are consumed.
So how you doing, bud?
Pretty good.
That's it's quite the wealth of detail you gave there. And I thought I was a man of few words. How you been? Good.
Are you keeping Gotham or whatever safe? I don't.
No, that's that. Nope, that's New
Batman.
York.
That's the other one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Different universe entirely.
Well, it's a lot better than have you robbed anybody lately? I'm an awful person, and I'm really sorry.
It's all right. It's terrible.
It's terrible, but it's all right. Oh.
Oh.
Yes. A+ for the effort. Thanks. I never did get that A+ for effort because effort starts with an E. Unless you say it effort. I don't know. Never made
Who
sense.
would do that though?
Communist,
I guess.
Yeah, it has to be communist.
of course. Effort.
Could be worse. Could be saying words that aren't words like "tooken."
What could be?
I've heard people say "tooken."
It causes me to actually physically flinch when I hear that shit.
I hear that from people from New Mexico often. "Tooken."
Yeah.
Tukin Shakur?
"Tooken."
Like tooked?
Like,
Oh.
like.
My friends are trying to kill me.
Oh,
Mm.
I done took them down to the creek. Down
Crick,
yonder.
I can understand.
I reckon. No, I don't get crick.
We say crick in New Jersey sometimes.
We say creek down yonder. Tukin. It's like a
Tooken.
coupon.
"Tooken." Not two.
Oh, tucking.
"Tooken." Yeah.
Tucking you in.
Yeah, tucking you in. That
Oh,
thing, it
You're
took me
trying.
all day. It took me all day.
I think you got your 5 blinks.
Tooken.
Yeah. It's
What's it gonna be tooken to
Just-
make people not give money to the Catholic Church?
just breathe, bub. Just breathe. You'll get through it.
What are your feelings on the word moist?
Yeah,
Moist.
moist.
I don't mind the word so much as actual moisture.
Atheism is moist. In fact, maybe
So
I'll have to incorporate the word moist into some of my videos to keep us particular stalker from watching them. Moist.
Do they not like the word moist?
Mm-mm.
I would do that then. If it gets them to fuck off, I would do it.
Just make an entire video about moisture.
Moist.
And make
This
it like a
cupcake moist.
just make it like a 36-minute long video of you just saying moist as a reference to How I Met Your Mother.
Oh
That'd be
my.
funny.
just a video of you standing there, moist, 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 moist. Such a good show. I miss it.
Don't you want your cake to be moist?
I want something to be moist, but I think talking about it might get this video taken down.
Oh.
Yikes. Well,
Oh shit.
I can't.
Well,
help
this
there.
got far off topic.
imagine that if you can.
Yeah,
I didn't know we had a topic. I'm so sorry.
that's all right.
Moist taco.
Atheist Day is moist. How's that?
Oozing. That's
Oh
fun.
dear.
Dripping.
I don't think they have a problem with dripping. It's just the word moist.
Thank you, Artie, for audible discharge.
Yeah, isn't that great? That's great. I like
I love
that.
Hashtag did beat him to it, though. Hashtag got it out like
But
an hour ago.
Artie's used that before.
I think Artie's the one that first said it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he coined it.
Yep.
But the point is, in this live stream, hashtag beat him to it.
Hashtag is lovely.
Get beat at your own game, Marty. Gotta get with it.
So has the Catholic Church done anything particularly strange on Atheist Day? Does anyone know?
I don't know, but I could do a quick Google search.
Yeah. Like, what's the Vatican up to?
Probably
Drug-
protecting more kid fuckers.
ABC News released something that says the Catholic Church must make these 7 changes now. So what is ABC News asking the Catholic Church to do? Oh, okay. 1, accountability. That'll never happen. Governance. That'll never happen. Equality. Lay appointments. Openness. Progress. Relevance. And then the person who wrote it wrote the impact on Catholic parishioners like me. So I'm gonna put this link in the chat so people can take a look at this silliness.
Well,
But
2
don't do
hours
it
ago.
now. I'm gonna
2
give
hours ago.
2 hours ago. What happened?
God damn it! It did a thing. Why? Why do I require my ad blocker to be turned off to view this website for more than 30 seconds? Let's see. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette has an article that came out 2 hours ago. Wages of Sin, banned priests still receiving aid from Catholic Church. What did these banned priests do? Oh, when he was removed from the priesthood in February over the sexual molestation of minors, God damn it, fine, whitelist it. For fuck's sake. Just.
What does that mean? He got what? Whitelisted?
No, I need to whitelist the page with my ad blocker to view it without interruption. The 88-year-old former Washington Cardinal, God damn it, fine. Fucking ad blocker. Just leave it alone. Okay, fine. Just stop. God damn. Ad blocker is really convenient for when you actually need it, but when you don't, it's giant pain in the tip.
My blockers don't act the way yours do, apparently.
Yeah. Let's see. Theodore McCarrick didn't lose a roof over his head. He's staying in a monastery in Kansas. When Australian Cardinal George Pell's conviction for sexual abuse was announced the same month, the church didn't need to provide such housing because the penitentiary system was providing it. But such cases raise a question that also pertains to priests who are, why are you like this? Priests who are removed due to one or more substantiated cases of sexual abuse. Since 2002 in the United States, the policy has been to ban such priests from ministry for life. But then what becomes about them? Does the church still owe a cleric a living, even if he betrayed the trust placed in him? Mainly depends on whether a diocese keeps him under its wing or not, and if it doesn't, whether he's able to fend for himself. That feels like an incomplete thought. And when the church does provide a living, it's typically at subsistence levels. So basically, child fucker priests are still given, a place to live in some dioceses, despite being defrocked and everything.
Yeah, that's still taking care of them.
It's just fantastic.
I just sent you the funniest thing from churchmilitant.com. Marxist infestation in the Catholic Church.
Oh, come on. You know what?
It's
One
a
of these
short
days-
article. It's short. It's short.
So what
One
is
of these days. I mean,
Is this like Red Scare 2.0?
battle of McCarthyism.
If it's okay, I'll read some of it.
Go for it.
George Soros. It's a name more and more people are hearing. He's been financing and promoting Marxist and progressive ideology throughout the world, but especially in majority Catholic countries. He, along with other billionaires, helped fund Hillary Clinton's run for president in 2016. The same Hillary Clinton who said deep-seated cultural codes, religious beliefs, and structural biases have to be changed regarding the acceptance of abortion. He also funded organizations. This has nothing to do with Marxism in the Catholic Church. This happens to be like, I don't know, somebody with money doing things in Catholic countries.
Well,
Like, I don't even understand. Hillary Clinton isn't a Marxist.
no,
know.
she's
For
nowhere
one.
close to a Marxist.
No, she's got a terrible speaking voice that makes me want to like stick forks in my ears, but I don't like the way she talks. I don't like her voice. Oh,
Yeah, a lot of people say that her voice reminds them of their mom. Because she's got that mom voice.
oh, well, my mom has my voice.
I have a mom voice too, I guess.
Well, I mean,
hate
you're a
my
mom,
voice.
right?
Well, I mean, you know.
My mom
Oh.
doesn't talk like Hillary Clinton. If she did, I'd have to deafen myself.
I've got an awful voice.
No, you don't.
It's like,
No, you don't.
maybe it's just because that's what I hear my own mom in my voice, and I couldn't stand her voice. So,
That will probably be it.
yeah.
My mom sounds like Mary Poppins.
Spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down.
It's a family curse. You can't threaten anyone properly with things like "I'm going to be angry at you" with this voice, and actually
Yeah,
have
you're kind of
someone.
screwed.
Yeah, it's true. Like I yelled at my cat earlier. She looked at me like, "Oh."
You know, eventually, I'm gonna have to do a criticisms video on economics because, believe it or not, the Catechism has a section on capitalism where it mentions what specifically does it mention?
I'm not sure.
Totalitarian and atheistic ideologies associated in modern times with communism or socialism. Yeah, because, you know, capitalism is, of course, it actually doesn't have anything really particularly nice to say about capitalism either. Maybe I'll do that next month.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know enough about that sort of thing in order to do a video that actually makes sense.
Oh, well, I mean, I've got this thing, so. Catholic Church kind of shot themselves in the foot when they let me own it. Of course, I was still a Catholic when a friend of mine gave it to me. Not a friend anymore. Yeah.
Wow.
Aww.
This is the same fucker that got my sister pregnant and said that the kid wasn't his.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a pretty big oops to make when you're, you know, talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I wasn't literally on the other side of the country, I might have taken his head off.
Yeah, you don't mess with family. That's the thing.
Yeah,
A lot
just
of
a bad
people want
idea.
to get very, very hurt very, very quickly.
Yeah. Duke says you were pretty intimidating when you were talking to your cafe.
Oh, she kept opening doors.
Okay, so she's a smart kitty.
Oh, she is. She's learned how to turn the doorknob. And I found her in a room that she's not allowed in because there's dangerous things in there. Like, not kitty friendly. It's where I keep my not kitty friendly plants. She can't mess with those. She'll get killed.
I was actually about to ask what non-kitty friendly things you had in there, and I was kind of feeling or kind of fearing the dungeon answer.
No, it's just she likes to chew on plants and things, and there's some plants that I really enjoy. And you know, I'm growing them, but I don't want her to have a little snack on something that
Reasonable.
can kill her, because that would be awful. But
It would.
she is a plant killer.
I mean, all cats are. They love snacking on plants they find around the house. I don't know why.
She likes throwing them off of the windowsills. Like, I have an aloe that she root shocked so badly that I'll never be able to fix it.
Damn.
Mm. I keep trying to grow it, but it's like, no, mean Kitty's gonna drop me again. It's like, oh, poor plant.
I killed a cactus.
That's pretty impressive. How did you manage that? Did you water it?
Well, it was my daughter's cactus, and I pretty much let her take care of it. But ultimately, it's on me, so I still take credit.
Oh, okay. That takes
She
lot of work.
didn't water it,
Ever?
like ever.
You don't even have to water it often.
I know.
This
You can just keep it in the bathroom, and running a shower will keep it going.
Yep. We killed it.
Talent.
Yep.
That is
who is the leather daddy?
I have yet to kill my poinsettia, and I have yet to kill the peace lily plant that I have.
Oh.
And I've had that for 2 years.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Especially for a cactus killer, right?
Hell.
It's a good thing.
So apparently, I guess BBA is a leather daddy now. That's cool.
That's kind of disturbing.
Yep. How do you feel about that, BBA?
Confused.
You've got two nicknames now. You're Spider-Man and Leather Daddy.
Well, I've got more than 2 nicknames.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about
You.
in this community. I'm talking about in this community. Your real life doesn't matter.
No, I'm talking about like in the community too. I've got quite a few nicknames.
Oh my.
Well,
Do
the
tell.
point is, in a week, we can actually call you Leather Daddy and use a sultry voice.
Oh, is someone having a birthday?
BBA, are you having a birthday anytime soon?
Yeah, next Wednesday.
There you go.
Happy birthday in advance.
Haha, you're old. Happy birthday.
He is literally the youngest person in here by far.
Haha, you're old now. You're like us. Haha. You have to be one of them adults. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Because the minute you turn 18, you're an adult. Everything changes. Actually, not a damn thing changes.
Actually, as soon as you're out of school, next thing you know, you're 50.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not my experience. Next thing you know, you're 30.
You'll be 50 tomorrow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got to run because I still need to record the video for my channel for tomorrow. So yeah, I need to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and run.
Right on. Take it easy, bud.
All right.
All
Have
right.
a good night. Bye.
All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Already old like us. Yeah.
I still like pie.
What kind of pie?
Pecan.
Not blueberry?
It's all right. Maybe the ice cream.
See, I like the pie you make out of that chocolate pudding recipe.
Oh yes.
That's delicious. I like pumpkin pie. Those are it, actually.
Mm.
Oh my
Red.
God, Red, yes. No, I didn't picture someone as scrawny as BBA having that deep of a voice. I imagined a bigger dude, even for, his age.
Oh dear.
Did anybody else imagine him being at least a little more beefy?
No.
No?
Nope.
Beefy.
I think you might be alone in that, Faye. Because Red agrees with me. I didn't expect him to be huge, just
When I was
bigger.
growing up, I Rick Astley. Does the voice match the boy?
No, I would have expected Rick Astley to be a little smaller.
Uh-huh.
Never gonna give you up.
When he opened up his mouth and started to sing, everyone went, "What?" So that taught me not to expect anything.
Never gonna give, never gonna give. See, that's where the female vocalists come in and say, "Give you up."
Oh yeah.
It's all right. The moment's gone.
Hello.
Oh. Lavender lady's here. Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Diana.
Hello.
We're hanging out and we're talking about whatever
Dang.
this is.
Yeah, it went from being about Atheist Day to
It's still about Atheist Day, because really, what do we have?
Well,
We have baby recipes.
and memes of loudmouth people going, "God not real."
Yeah.
yeah.
Because God not real.
I'm still an atheist. I was an atheist when I started celebrating this, and I'm still an atheist. So there's that. Yay! Celebrate, celebrate.
Makes me want food, though.
Holiday. Yeah, we've been talking about food for a good while.
We have. This has been like almost all food and a little bit about Shane Dawson fucking his cat.
Don't listen, kitty. Don't listen.
Seriously, reality has gotten more bizarre. I don't know if it's because I'm older and like I get things, but seems like the older I get, the more bizarre the world seems.
See, I think it's a mix of that and shit's actually gotten kind of bizarre. I honestly still think the Trump presidency might kill the Onion. Because like real headlines are now resembling Onion headlines.
Yeah.
Like I have to double check that the source isn't, a fucking joke site. So it's gotten more bizarre.
Good, because I thought maybe it was just me.
Nope. It's not just you.
Oh, I gave him the funeral he asked for, but he didn't thank me for it.
Yeah. He's fucking dead. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Lots of things.
Oh.
He didn't thank me for the funeral. I gave him a Congress, and he's dead. Congress gave him that funeral.
Yeah, he didn't give him shit.
Exactly. It had nothing to do with Icky.
Yeah, and actually, if Trump would have given him, like, if Trump himself would have been in charge of his funeral, he would have given him the funeral that, I saw in an Onion article today where Trump further compounds insult to John McCain by dragging his exhumed body behind a motorcade.
I
that
wouldn't
is
be
the funeral
surprised
Trump would have given.
if Trump pulled a Pope Stephen the 6th or 7th. Because when you think about it, I mean, Pope Formosus, dig him up, put him in a chair, have a trial where he gets to yell at people. Can't you see Trump yelling at corpses?
When he said the dragging him behind the motorcade thing, I couldn't help but think of Achilles.
Oh, that's fun.
Hector.
No, but would he bother putting him in a chair, or would he just drag him on the ground?
I don't think he'd do a damn thing.
Well, drag him behind a motorcade. Would it be in a chair, or would it just be like...
No, just
like a beer can on a just married thing? Okay.
That. At least that's the photoshopped image they used for the Onion article.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Like the Onion's actually starting to have to get kind of dark.
Yeah, it's pretty damn dark.
Well, reality's pretty darn dark.
Yeah. They did have an article yesterday. What was it? It's got a picture of this nice looking girl. I don't know, like early college years probably. And the headline of the article, and there's nothing in the actual article, it's just the headline in the picture. Small town girl makes great porn. Like, okay. That picked me up a little bit. That was funny.
Well, when you need a bit of a pick-me-up, there's a small town girl that's got some porn.
Oh.
How would that... what, film your Barbies going at it?
Oh my god.
We're not talking about a small town girl. We're talking about a grown up here.
No, still film your Barbies going at it. When I think small town girl, I think, well, I'm in a church vicinity. So who would she film? She wouldn't. She'd have to go to the thrift store, buy back her Barbies from her childhood, and
or do solo videos. Those exist.
I guess.
Or just, call up Billy Bob from down the street and say, hey, you mind if I film this? Oh, all right.
See, whenever I think of someone named Billy Bob, I think of someone with a bigger overbite than I have, that, and the top teeth are just like coming down out of their mouth and going, oh yeah, Clay.
Like the yokels from
I immediately conjure up the most stereotypical redneck of all time.
Sex, I think Billy Bob Thornton. I think bad Santa.
Oh, but oh Jesus, the things you find on the internet, it's truly stunning.
Yes, it is. Freaking bizarre. It scares me.
Everything
The-
scares me.
The internet indeed can be bizarre land. Often is.
It's a little crazy. Well, okay, a lot crazy, but what do you want? But I don't know. I kind of miss the Catholic troll.
Yeah, give us something to talk about, but yeah.
Well, I mean, like, what excuses do people use for giving money to an organization that funds this sort of thing?
That
Like, what
could
what what
be
are the Catholic responses about their priests and the Vatican?
well, 1/3 of American Catholics, according to a new report, are questioning their allegiance to the church because of the sex crimes they're committing and covering up. I mean, it could partly just be fear, or people that are just in flat denial. I don't believe my church could do this, so that zero priests ever have molested children. A priest could molest a child in front of me, and I wouldn't believe it because they don't do that. So it could just be like a blind trust in the church that is totally undeserved. It's yeah, I don't know. Like some people just are unwilling to believe the facts when they're presented to them. I mean, there are people that believe the Earth is
Somebody has
flat,
to
and
be doing something because in February they had the Vatican summit, and some of the responses to that were they said that his sex abuse speech was a disgraceful display of excuses. And then about a day ago, the Pope was saying things like no more excuses on sexual abuse. So someone's got to be pressuring him because, like, if the media was reporting on these things and nobody was reacting and it wasn't having a financial impact, I don't think that the Vatican would do a fucking thing, because if the money's rolling in, it would be business as usual.
Yeah.
yeah.
It
But
would.
we're also talking about delusional people that don't accept facts when they're presented with them. And that's going to be a really small minority, but
Well, that just means that people like you who are speaking against it are having an impact.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a bigger impact than I actually am, but
You never know.
yeah.
You never know. You might be. There might be one person in the audience who's going, "Oh dear. Oh, I must tell Francis."
Well, y'all, I'm gonna have to get off of here. But it was fun.
Are you gonna have baby cheese?
Yeah, I'm gonna have baby cheese. I'm gonna put it in my baby pie. But,
Well, I sent you a tweet about well, you'll see.
yay! But thanks
It's
for
a
having me,
beauty
Bob.
range for your vagina, including a serum, a moisturizer, a highlighter, what the fuck, and an
What?
exfoliator. Check your tweet.
Oh my god.
Your DMs. Beauty range for the lady bits.
Oh my
Serum,
god.
moisturizer,
Yes.
highlighter, and exfoliator.
Just don't put a porous egg up there and don't steam it.
I'm surprised there's not lipstick.
Maybe that's the highlighter.
I know.
Do not exfoliate your naughty bits.
Yeah, don't do that.
Do not. I don't care if it's Sunday and you're going to church. Do not exfoliate your naughty bits.
Oh my god. It should go without saying. Don't
I
scrub
sent it
down
to
there.
Scientist Mel. You know she's going to enjoy that.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Because she
Well-
wanted to talk to goop people. But you're
Oh,
getting
yeah.
going, and I'm sorry, and I'll talk to you soon. I hope. I
Bye,
love
guys.
you.
Love
Give-
you too.
Give Maddie my love.
Will do. Bye.
Bye. Now you're just stuck with me.
There's worse people to be stuck with.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Oh.
I didn't sing enough of it to give you a strike either.
Well, I mean, if it's just you singing it, I don't think there can be a strike. But if I play the actual song, there can be.
I don't know. Scientist Mel got in trouble for singing a whole bunch of songs.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because she's monetized. They're a little.
It was before she was monetized.
Oh, I got nothing then. Oh. Ask Trump if he can join. Your channel will grow in no time, but you may not like the subs. No, I would not.
Oh, we
In
could get
fact,
someone. We could get someone to come in and impersonate him.
Who is it that does a really good impersonation of Trump?
That's Frustrated Atheist.
Yeah, he does. He does it pretty good.
He really does.
It's kind of frightening, actually.
I think so.
I mean, I can kind of get the voice, but I definitely can't get like the hand motions. I'm not that unconcerned with the words coming out of my mouth. So I'm thinking of things to say that aren't, moronic. But
I don't know. So, like, are you going to be doing more Catholic historical stuff?
what do you mean, like historical stuff?
Like why they started Lent and why they changed the rules so priests can't marry?
I actually did a video on Lent. I didn't go too deep in the history, but I did go into it a bit.
Oh, I know. But, like, people normally don't do, like, the history of the Catholic Church. Like, why they started this and why they started that. And the whole, like, well, like the Medici Pope. And what was the Night of Chestnuts?
Yeah. I mean, I might go into the history, but I'm, more concerned with grinding their doctrine into a pulp and, showing
But you're
why
doing
it's
a
stupid.
wonderful job.
I keep hearing I'm doing a good job of it, so I'm going to assume everybody's telling me the truth.
Well, I didn't realize that they did so much. Like, before you and before Diana, my basic understanding of what Catholicism was church aerobics, a donation, and like the water sprinkling thing. That's about it. Oh, and the exorcisms. That's one thing I
Yeah.
think of when I think of, Catholic things. I think of exorcisms and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do a criticisms video on exorcisms as well. Because that's just a absurd kind of thing. But I think the exorcism video might be the one collaboration I do with the criticism series, because BBA actually had an exorcism performed on him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, he it's in damn, which I think it was in the emotional control video that he and I just did. It's either that or thought control. I don't remember
Oh,
which.
I'm so behind on all of my watching, which I apologize to everyone for, but I've been working on my own channel. But I do have a playlist ready to go.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Well, I need something to listen to when I clean. I'm not gonna listen to myself. Are you kidding?
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm pretty behind on watching other people's videos too. It's a pretty common phenomenon, especially when you have your own channel to worry about, and a real life to worry about.
I cheat. I do a watch later playlist, and then I play everything all at once while I'm doing my thing, because that way I also don't have to like stop and click the thing. I can just listen. I do that a lot. And I'm thinking about like paying for YouTube, like getting this subscribe thing, but only if they like change their attitude about monetization, because I don't like what they've done to Godless Cranium.
Yeah, no, that was really messed up.
Like, I don't want to put money into something that doesn't represent what I want.
And screws its creators,
Right.
because his channel demonetization was based on a lie. Because no bullshit, I think it is that he did a video response to recently, went through his channel and just false flagged him on a bunch of shit. So
I have a question.
yes.
Kind of off topic, but like, what do you think the point is of atheists being vocal? Because most of the time, if we're just talking about like, I don't believe this because of this, that, and the other thing, or I'm an atheist, so there's really no point of like getting into the whole Bible thing, because like, yeah, it's not for me. um what's the importance of being outspoken about this stuff?
Lets people know that we exist and that we're not going to tolerate any form of religious dominionism over us, because why the fuck should I follow some other religion's laws? And you can say we have the First Amendment all you want, and we do, and it does protect against religious encroachment into government. But as we've seen, there are a lot of politicians out there that don't give the first flying fuck about that, and they're passing laws anyway. That in pretty much every town that allows an atheist to do, or a secularist to do, an invocation, they almost immediately change the laws so nobody does an invocation to prevent atheists from doing it. So there is more than a little bit of I don't want to say oppression, but definitely at the very least repression. Um, so that I think would be it.
Right. Well, that's the one thing that I keep hearing religion. Well, there's a lot of things I hear religious people say, and one of them is, why do you talk about God so much? You don't believe in him.
It's because they talk about him so much and they try to force it into my life. I've got a friend who thinks that religion should be able to be shoehorned into law because they don't understand the First Amendment clearly. But this is just for localities, not overall nationwide, because that would never work. But
I don't understand what he wants.
like different counties, whatever religion has the majority in a county can impose its religious laws on that county.
That would be a mess.
It would be. And there'd be however many human rights violations, however many violations of the First Amendment that says keep your fucking religion out of government on every level.
I don't think I would want to go to a hospital in those areas.
Probably not a good idea, no. But yeah, and I was like, that's bullshit, because I don't want to live by the Catholic Church's laws. And by the way, this is you openly saying there should be Sharia law, because guess what? There are counties where it's a Muslim majority population. So
Right. And these people who want the Christian laws in, they don't want Muslim laws in? Like,
no, but
they don't
what
want,
this guy was
dude,
suggesting opened the
would they
door for
be
exactly that.
would they be okay with like a Jewish law community, or because there are some days that you wouldn't be able to buy anything?
Yeah, and that's pretty anti-capitalist, and a lot of these dominionists are like, I want free market capitalism because I don't realize how badly it's fucking me in the ass. Yeah, I said it.
Well, if that's the case, the only thing that they could do in order to take over an area would be to breed like rabbits. So that on the numbers book, it would look like that one area is like mostly Christian or something, right?
Yeah.
The one way to sway the laws would be to have as many kids as possible. I don't think that would work.
Yeah, no, it'd be a fucking catastrophe. But I mean, then you're gonna get into different forms of infighting, and it's gonna be the Protestant and Catholic wars in Ireland all over again. It's just now, and it's in America.
Pronounce H. Sorry.
It's H, not H. So sorry,
Well, no,
rationality rules. You're wrong.
I recall a story told by an actor, an Irish actor I like, and basically a bunch of film students, I think, were held at gunpoint and made to say the letter H, and if they said it wrong, they were under threat because it would expose what religion they were or what area they were from, and that would be what religion that they support.
Well, then that's fucked up.
That was a frightening thing. But that was back in the day, so.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to get to that point, do we?
Yeah, and it was shit. It's just a bad idea to introduce religious law into civil law, and that is a big part of why atheists are out there saying fuck no. And actually being vocal. Yeah, part of it's definitely to let people know that we're here and don't want to be trampled underfoot. But no, that's actually pretty much the whole thing, because that extends to law as well.
Did you hear about what happened in Montreal the other day? Priest was stabbed while leading a televised mass in Montreal.
Priest was what?
Priest was stabbed while leading a televised mass in Montreal.
Huh.
The man's been charged with attempted murder. I don't know why he stabbed him.
It doesn't really matter. The fact is he did, and he needs to suffer the legal punishments. Yeah, it's.
But doing this while it's being televised? Somebody's pissed off. I mean, that's a really bad idea. It's a
Yeah,
bad
and
idea to try to kill anyone anyway, but why would
yeah, but stabbing is particularly
vicious?
intimate and intimate,
Uh-huh.
you know, because you're right there in front of them.
Right. So, but to do it on television, you're not looking to get away with it. If you're making a statement, a awful statement.
Yeah.
And also, like, if there's children watching, I'm like, okay, I'm not one of those child worshippers where it's like, children shouldn't be exposed to this, that, and the other thing. I don't think children, though, really need to be exposed to too much hate or violence. You know, it's like, if you're gonna have an argument, don't have it in front of your kids. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard enough being a kid. Let them play with their dolls and their trucks and paint or whatever it is the kids in your family do, and just you don't need to bring them into things.
Yeah, it's
Ooh!
oh,
Hashtag, come on in here.
yep, I already sent her a hangout link, so
Mm-hmm.
and I'm waiting on Robert X to send me his what you call it on Twitter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I don't think.
You should get Artie in here.
I mean, it depends if Artie is available.
True.
Oh, Robert can't speak until after his operation. Okay. Yeah, hopefully the operation goes well. I mean, I have no idea what it is, but you know.
I'm thinking of you.
You know.
It is.
But yeah, what were we talking about? I got slightly derailed by trying to
A Catholic
send
priest got
invites.
stabbied.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just
I'm an anti-theist, but no murder, okay?
yeah. No, murder is bad.
Violence
And
is bad.
for
Churches will exist. The only way to kill an idea is with education.
yeah. Well, that's how you kill a bad idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I'm an anti-theist as well, but you know, I don't want religion to be outlawed. I want to convince people that it's bullshit, and I want it to die that way.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
You know, it's a huge difference from what like the Soviets did. You know, it's outlaw religion. Okay, it's gonna end bad, but
Well, it was
I
more
don't know,
than
go
the
for it, man.
Soviets did that. Every time a ruler has been converted or there was a regime change and the state capital's religion changed, the people were forced to follow. I mean, look at the Tudors. We're Catholic, we're Protestant, we're Catholic, we're Protestant.
And
I mean,
now
look
it's
at Henry
illegal for a
VIII.
Catholic to sit on the throne in Britain. Fun fact. No
You can
Catholic
thank
may sit on the throne.
Henry VIII for that.
Yep.
Although I think his daughter Mary, it might have been Elizabeth. I don't know who did it, who made it illegal or not, but his daughter Mary was very, very Catholic. She
Sounds about right.
persecuted Protestants. and then you had another regime change. I don't, it this is a historical thing. It was basically, this is the religion of the land. You fall in line or you die, and it was awful. And I don't want that with my anti-theism. Like, I don't want anyone to die. I don't want violence. I don't want people peer pressured into giving up their religion. What I want is, let's talk about why it's a bad idea. And if you come around, you come around. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
But I don't approve of religion, and I don't think it's healthy. But if you want to be an unhealthy person, rock on.
Yeah.
You know? You want to sit there and like, but this is my favorite thing? Well, it's your favorite thing. My
Hey,
cat's favorite
hashtag.
thing is to kill all my
Hey,
freaking plants. Hi.
I agree. I don't think it should
Yeah.
be outlawed. I think we need to fight it with education, like you said.
Mhm. What's the one thing that really boils your... Oh, what's the one thing you really don't like about religion?
I think the harm that it causes, like the hate that it kind of ingrains in people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you've got the direct hate coming from like and I'm gonna, kind of bring up the targeting of the LGBT community by, religious people. You've got the more direct hate coming from the Westboro Baptist Church, and on the more liberal side, you have people saying, well, I believe it's sinful and therefore it shouldn't be, gay marriage shouldn't be legal. So I'm gonna have to say, no, you can't have equal rights.
Yeah, screw it.
And they can try to say all they want. Well, we don't hate them. Fuck off. Yes, you do.
Yeah, it's that whole when they try to hate the sin, love the sinner. Yeah, screw you. You're being a judgmental asshole and you're hating the person.
No, exactly. It's one necessarily leads to the other. And whenever someone says that monumentally stupid phrase, I just want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's like
is it
no, you
supposed
do
to
hate
make
them.
you feel better about how they feel about you?
Yeah, well, it's
Ah.
supposed to make them feel better for their judgment. Like, it's okay to hate the sin because I still love the sinner, so it's okay for me to judge them for their sins, though.
Yeah. And the fact that you're calling an integral part of someone's personality sinful
A sin, yeah.
is hateful. This thing that you cannot change about yourself is sinful. You know what? Go fuck yourself.
Great.
First of all, no, it's not.
I was shocked the first time I had a theist tell me that all I want to do is sin, and that's why I'm an atheist.
Yeah. Right?
You have to believe in the concept of sin to want to do it. And last I checked, atheists don't.
Right. Oh, but deep down we know.
Deep down we know? We know what?
Well, I've had people tell me that deep down everyone knows that God's real.
Really?
I'm like, really? Because I don't.
And where is it deep down? Can you point it to me on,
Right.
like a ragdoll or something? No, we don't know deep down that there is a God because there's no fucking evidence for it. And I swear the next person that says, look at the trees and all the pretty things, I'm gonna fucking brain them. I'm gonna.
That's the best.
Such a stupid argument.
It really is.
Because they forget about all the ugly shit. They forget about the disease and famine and parasites that bore into a child's eye, and that's its life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
They're forgetting about all this ugly shit, and since God created everything, he created that shit too. So what the fuck are you thankful for?
Mm-hmm.
So he created my nephew with
Yes.
twisted organs and heart.
Yep. All of
Okay,
my
great.
birth defects. Yep.
Praise Jesus, right? Rather praise Floof. That's better.
Yay, praise Blue.
Floof.
Mine's getting into laundry right now. Yeah, what are you doing?
If you're going to embrace any religion, if you're having trouble deconverting, get a pet and worship it.
Hell yeah.
You'll feel so much better.
It's a better way to spend your time, too, because the pet actually exists.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they'll judge you the way you want to be judged.
Especially cats.
If you need something looking at everything you do with disapproval, get a cat. Seriously,
Yeah.
you'll be so satisfied.
Right? It'll
Yeah,
tick all the boxes.
And then the cat will turn around and give you affection after it's done judging you. And
Right,
then
and if
it'll
you need
immediately start judging you again.
If you want to be smited, just piss it off. It'll smite you.
Mm-hmm. Or bother sleeping in.
All things that you need as a believer, you can find in a kitty cat.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs Jehovah?
See, I love that because like I'm pretty sure it's just the Jehovah's Witnesses that call him that. So if I'm thinking right, Indiana Jones has to be a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, does he call him Jehovah?
Yeah, in the Last Crusade, when he's going through the 3 trials to get the Grail, he has to spell out the name of God, which in the movie they say is Jehovah, and it's not. It's Yahweh.
It depends on who you ask.
Yeah, it does depend, but I mean, there's like 1,000 different nicknames for God, so.
For instance, Sky Daddy. Oh, I've been told I shouldn't use that word.
I'm gonna keep using Sky Daddy, although I'm gonna almost expect someone who considers themselves a daddy ask me if I need a daddy, and I'm gonna get kind of freaked out.
Yeah, that would be
I'm just getting tired of atheists telling me what I can and cannot say.
Right?
You should use Sky Daddy. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I didn't use it often. I think maybe I've used it like 5 times in the last 10 years. But hey, now I have incentive. I don't like people telling me what to do. It makes me mad.
I like Invisible Cloud Friend.
Oh.
Natja apparently just corrected me. He passed a random denomination the other day that uses Jehovah. Okay, so I'm wrong. And you know what's happening? I'm admitting it. Take a lesson, religious people.
True. I wonder if atheists having a day is bothering any apologist. Like,
Probably.
I'm wondering
Probably
what kind of
Umbridge.
response. Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
Yeah, she's.
You're not talking about Dolores Umbridge, right?
Yeah,
well, the
that's what I'm
person
talking
we
about.
call Dolores Umbridge. Yeah.
We're talking about the Harry Potter character?
No, it's a nickname for the witch on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. No, I forgot. My brain immediately goes to the Harry Potter
I have
character.
a special little phrase for her. Thank you to Jen with 1 N for suggesting the name.
Yeah, no, she is probably just, stomping up and down mad from it. You know,
No.
these atheists want to take away my rights to force other people to live in servitude to my God. Now they want a day.
Not a whole day.
Obey, obey, obey. God, I hate that.
Yeah, I don't
I got-
even get the like shirts and hats that just have the word obey on them. It's like, what the fuck? No.
Obey what? Why?
I mean, if
Right.
someone tells me to obey, I'm probably going to tell them to, munch on something, and they're not going to like what it is. Unless they're into that sort of thing, then I'll tell them to munch something else.
Can't tell them to munch on haggis. It's made with lung.
Yep.
I'm
No,
not
but-
sure what you're saying there, Robert. Second what?
Second.
Telling people to munch on something?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe he's seconding your praise floof.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. How many
Because
Christian
we-
holidays do we have?
Oh, we have a shitload of Christian holidays.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious ones: Christian or Christmas, Easter. A lot of people work Ash Wednesday, but I think a lot of people also work short days on Ash Wednesday.
Good Friday is another one that a lot of places will be.
I'm sure there's a decline in the number of people that show up the day after St. Patrick's Day, and I am counting that because it's the day for a canonized saint.
Halloween. It's been stolen.
It has been.
'Cause churches do masses for All Saints Day.
Yeah, I
Oh, do
mean,
they?
just
They do.
yeah. Actually, I'm curious. I'm gonna look up the full list of Christian holidays.
Yes, he was seconding your motion to praise floof.
Okay.
Yay, praise the floof. Woo. When in doubt, get an animal.
Mm-hmm. As long as you
Worship
take
God.
care of them, or I will come and beat your ass wherever you are.
Right.
Let's see. There's Lent, Palm Sunday. Not all of these will get you a day off, but still, if my computer wants to play keep up, that would be fantastic.
Once upon a time, I almost lied and said I was a particular religion to get off a day from work.
Oh.
Hmm I almost did that. And I was like, nah, I can't do that.
It's something called Maundy Thursday, which is the Thursday before Easter, and it's the observance of the Last Supper of Jesus.
Oh.
Good Friday.
So
Easter,
basically, they just took
Pentecost,
Passover and renamed
Advent.
Passover.
Christmas, and sponsored content.
What about religious holidays, period? Like, include all of them? Like, how
I
many
know.
religious holidays are there?
There's a lot. I'm sure.
Right.
All right, calendarlabs.com, and it's going to make me pick which religion I want to go with.
Oh, man.
So I say we just sort of look at the big three, the Abrahamic religions, the ones that actually tries to interject themselves in our lives.
And affect us here in the good old USA.
Okay, I'm definitely not going to try to pronounce most of them for Islam. Oh, fuck it. I'm going to go. I'm going to try it. Laylat al-Miraj, Laylat al-Bara'ah, Ramadan, Laylat al-Qadr, Eid al-Fitr, end of Ramadan, Waqf al-Arafah, Hajj, Eid al-Adha, Hijra, which is the Islamic New Year, Day of Ashura or Muharram, Milad un-Nabi, and Milad un-Nabi Shia. That was fun. And I'll just see how many Muslims I get in here that somehow make it this far and get pissed at me for fucking up the pronunciation.
They may not be pissed. They may be pleased that you attempted to do so.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah, and Robert, I think almost all of the religious days were actually pagan holidays before they were religious ones.
Oh, yeah. But the
Hmm.
modern day human isn't really going to look at it that way.
Right.
Hmm.
But yeah, he was saying real religion days are days that they claim are religious. For example, they claim Christmas, but is it really?
Well, that itself is the problem. None of these things are real, so...
Right.
All right, so let's take a look at the Jewish holidays, shall we? And this is going to be another fun exercise in
Well, how
pronunciation.
many are there before you read them?
Let's see.
Like,
2, 3, 4. $24.
yikes.
Some of them are repeated because there are holidays that last more than one day.
Oh.
Well, yeah, you do have periods of time where you're not allowed to eat. And religion loves fasting.
Right? I never get that.
I imagine it's something to, make food stores last a little longer.
Yeah, like in the winter or right before crop time, or, maybe it's a good way to control your food stores. Or...
I just don't get why it's like resurging. Like my niece, I felt so bad for her. It was my dad's birthday and we had all this food and she wasn't allowed to eat a single damn thing because, quote, if it didn't come out of the ground, then she couldn't eat it.
But everything
Was
comes
she
out of the
vegan
ground.
or was it religious?
No, it was religious. It was some fast that they extolled at Life Church. But
what?
Like, so no meat because of course that's not grown out of the ground. And like she had to fast for so many days, and yeah, it was really weird. It was when she came back from going to Africa for like a missionary thing, and she's like, "Oh, I felt bad because I ate, outside of my typical diet." And I'm like, "I'm sure they didn't feed you shit. Like, I'm sure you're fine." But my sister's fine with her doing things like that.
And do we want me to try to pronounce some of these, or are we just good with? Okay,
go for it.
All right. Tu Bishvat Purim, Shushan Purim, the 3 days of Passover.
Purim, yes.
Yom Hashoah, Yom Izakaron. Fuck me. What is with these weird spellings? Yom Ha'atzmaut. Butchered the shit out of that one. Lag Balmer. Almost sounded like boner. My brain's in the gutter. It's okay.
It's a leg boner.
Yom Yerushalayim. Shavuot. Both days of Shavuot. Tisha B'Av. Rosh Hashanah. Both days. Fast of Gedalia, Yom Kippur, the 2 days of, no, actually the 5 days of Sukkot. I'm looking at the dates. It's actually 6 days. Shmini Atzeret, Simchat Torah, and Hanukkah starts and then ends like a week later. Those are the Jewish holidays. And I'm guessing the Christian holidays page is a little longer. And indeed it is, because it involves numerous saint days.
How many are there?
1, 2, 36.
Oh wow.
Shoot.
Fortunately, all of these are in English, so I'm not going to have any trouble. Epiphany, Baptism of Jesus, Candlemas, St. Valentine's Day, Ash Wednesday, St. Patrick's Day, St. Joseph's Day, Palm Sunday, Maundy or Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Easter, Easter Monday, St. George's Day, Ascension of Jesus, Pentecost, St. Vladimir, Trinity Sunday, Corpus Christi, St. Peter and Paul, St. James the Great Day, Lammas. That's not English.
Llamas.
The Assumption of Mary, Holy Cross Day, Michael and all the angels. And they stole Halloween. It's called All Hallows Eve here.
Yeah, or
All Saints Day, All Souls Day, and this one is particularly ballsy. Thanksgiving, USA.
Ooh, they're claiming that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's ballsy. Taking an American holiday as your own. Christ the King, St. Andrew's Day, Advent First Sunday, St. Nicholas Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas, Holy Innocents, and Watch Night.
What the hell is
Watch night?
Not a clue. It's not something I ever grew up with as a Catholic.
Is that when you go out and put like
What,
you know,
hidden
fishing
cameras?
wire over the door, over the road, so you can like clothesline someone?
Oh.
Let's see. Now, where is it? I'm looking for a thing. Give me a second. So, hang on. I'll have it in just a second. Soon as it loads, because this kind of thing is kind of taxing on my computer. Okay, so here is the kind of watch that I personally prefer over, you know, that religious nuttery. And Game of Thrones fans, you're going to get this one. Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death. I shall take no wife, hold no lands, father no children. I shall wear no crowns and win no glory. I shall live and die at my post. I am the sword in the darkness. I am the watcher on the walls. I am the shield that guards the realms of men. I pledge my life and honor to the Night's Watch for this night and all the nights to come. That's a good watch.
But is that the Christian one?
No, that's Game of Thrones.
That's the Night's Watch oath from Game of Thrones.
But they should be able to marry too, I think. That's what I think.
Well, yeah, but okay. So I'm about to kind of nerd out with Game of Thrones a little bit.
Okay.
Ew, what?
I just looked up Night Watch service on Wikipedia. And ew.
That's a prostitution service, right?
No, but go on with your Game of Thrones.
Okay, so at least in the modern era in Game of Thrones, the Night's Watch is largely made up of criminals who chose going to join the Night's Watch on the wall in the north, and instead of execution. So it's a punishment in lieu of, the worst punishment. Some people go there for honor and all that, but
Like Jon Snow.
yep, he was also just a kind of dumb kid anyway. But yeah, the politics of it. I mean, it's a lot of it is from the whole "love is the death of duty" thing that Maester Aemon says.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't do it. Basically, the thought process is if you have a family, you're going to put them before your duty to, be on the wall and
Right.
not do your duty.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, deconverted man, welcome. We have slid wildly off topic, and now we're talking about Game of Thrones. You missed it earlier. We were talking about Shane Dawson fucking his cat, so this is at least closer. But yeah, no, Game of Thrones is a great show, and I need to watch it through again before it comes out on April 14th. I'm really, really stoked to see that.
Yeah, my friend's throwing a huge premiere party.
Nice. Yeah,
Premiering what?
Game of Thrones is their last season. The first episode of the last season is going to be on April 14th.
I have to admit, I've never watched it.
Oh, well, okay. So
I don't want to.
If you don't enjoy violence,
I don't.
It's probably not your thing.
Oh yeah,
I
can
read the books because I can put the book down and go. They
get a bit more descriptive in the books than they get on the show.
Yeah, but once you burn an image into my head, I can't get it out.
Yeah, but you can better illustrate an image in a book.
I can put the book down.
That's true.
And if I have to, I can skip paragraphs.
Yeah, that's true.
See, the problem is there's the books are like the shows. You can't really skip, otherwise you're going to be missing something.
Yeah, I've only read one of the books, and I really don't have any inclination to continue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's well written. Don't get me wrong. It's just
brutal.
Mental floss.
That's a magazine.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this. But yeah, it's mental floss, and I don't need it. I have enough things to read anyway. I mean, I love the genre. It's just, I don't know. I don't need any more brutality in my life.
Yeah, and Game of Thrones really doesn't spare the brutality.
No, not at all.
And that's the thing. I really don't see the purpose of the brutality other than to kind of emotionally drain the audience.
See, there are some good forms of brutality you find in Game of Thrones. I say good. But characters that we've come to hate for very valid reasons finally get theirs in the end, and it's a really rough end, So it's they have a lot of brutality against people that don't deserve it, but they also extend it to people that do deserve it in the show and books. So it's cathartic.
More for you, less for me. If I want to read something that has that as a theme, I'll read Harry Potter over again. Voldemort. Oh, no spoilers. Anyway.
I think by now, if people haven't at least seen the Harry Potter movies,
The
they're
movies, yeah.
yeah, at the very
I
least the
haven't
movies.
seen the
but
movies. I've seen one of the movies, and that was it.
The movies are done all right.
I don't want to.
I wouldn't mind. Take it easy, deconverted man. But yeah, I mean, I would actually really like it if like HBO bought the rights to Harry Potter and turned it into a TV series, with 10-hour-long episodes.
Hmm.
They could get so much more detail from the books in. You could actually get Peeves into the HBO version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's something that the movies completely skipped out on.
Wait, they
7
skipped out
books.
on Peeves?
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
7 books,
Okay,
8 movies,
then there's no
no
reason
Peeves.
for me ever to watch the movies. I love Peeves. Who's talking?
Say, I hear a floof.
That was
It's not my floof.
No, that was Tomoko here.
Oh, hello, kitty.
Yeah, I've got the door shut, and the cats are all on the outside of the door, so you won't randomly hear Frank come up to me as he usually does and just loudly meow at me. Much as I know Wonder Lady enjoys it.
I enjoy lots of things, believe it or not.
True, but you really enjoy hearing Frank coming up and yelling at me.
Hmm. I don't think Frank is nearly as crabby as you think he is.
I think he's a grouchy old man.
He's Siamese. They just sound that way.
Well, I mean, he's got reason to be grouchy, too. His last humans were not particularly good at taking care of him.
Hmm.
When he came to us, he was basically skin and bone. We had to take him to the vet and have some of his teeth pulled out of his mouth because they were rotten.
Aw.
He'd been declawed, which,
That's cruel.
Fuck that.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
learning-
absolutely cruel.
Learning what I did about, because Mom would always declaw our cats, and she always made it sound like it was this like super simple procedure, blah blah blah, and like here I am job shadowing with veterinarians, and they're like, well, it's an amputation, and I was like, wait, what? And they're like, yeah, it's an amputation. It's not this simple procedure. And because they walk on the tips of their toes, called digitigrade, when you remove them, their foot sits differently, and it can cause arthritis and pain.
Hmm. And then people wonder why Kitty doesn't want to go in the litter box.
Yes.
Because Kitty's feet hurt.
Yep, that's the number one thing. A cat, well, he can't walk normal without nails, no. And you're actually removing not just the nail, but the actual little tip, that last piece of bone in your finger, that all gets removed. So technically, no, they can't walk normal because that's the bone that they typically walk on, and it's getting removed.
And it disturbs the tendons and things like that.
Everything.
Ligaments are different, tendons are different. They have to adjust their skeleton in order to walk on those amputations. It's not a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to assist in several.
I don't know why people can't just get scratching posts and have multiple scratching posts. Cat would much prefer scratching posts to your stupid sofa.
Yeah, typically they will. I mean, we did have some cases, like there was this case of someone who tried for 4 years to get the cat to stop attacking. Attacking is what drove her, actually. to getting the declaw, because she would just we don't know if she had like a mental issue, like maybe something psychotic was going on, but the cat would be fine and purring, and then it would just bite someone's face and scratch, and then it would be fine 2 seconds later. So that one was a little weird of a case.
Yeah. But to everyone who wants to have your cat declawed, just imagine taking off this entire part of each one of your fingers, and the same thing for your toes. See how well you feel about it then.
Right.
Empathy, people. It's really not that difficult.
No, it's not. Like, we had one lady, and I wanted to take her cat away from her because she had this little kitten, and she goes, well, see, when he walks across my lap, it hurts, so I want him declawed front and back. And I was like, why did you get a fucking kitten? Like, Jesus.
No, it's just a bad idea. Don't do it.
Right?
She wanted to, because can't she trim them?
No, she didn't. Like, this was someone who wanted zero effort put into their animal.
You should have
Like,
gotten
she didn't care. She didn't care at all about the procedure. Like, the vet started to go and explain the procedure, and she's like, I don't care, just do whatever you have to do.
Yeah, if you want a zero effort animal, get a dog.
But even
I love
then,
dogs.
a dog
I
really
really
needs a lot more work than I think a cat.
Yeah, look at the
That's
small
true.
breeds
Cats
of dogs that everybody gets for grandma, and they're the highest fucking energy need dogs.
Yeah, you're right. And cats are, more low maintenance because they have greater independence. But I mean,
I don't have to walk
just
my
trim the
cat
damn
to the litter
claws.
box every time she has to go.
Right, yeah. That's why I have a cat right now, but I won't get a dog right now because I know I can't. I'm not up to being able to take care of it.
That's why I don't have a dog, because can't. I mean, when it's -19, I don't want to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
I have to, but to go outside and purposefully take a mile or two walk and worry about frostbite and salt in paws and things like that, it's not the environment I would raise a dog in.
No.
Poor little guys. I love dogs, but
And I can't tell you how many, like, the worst aggressive dogs that we had were those little ones. Because people get them all the time and they think, oh, well, they're little, so I don't have to train it.
That's wrong.
And so we'd get these, like, creatures that are all frickin' bite, and they're like 3 pounds. But I had someone come into the volunteer work that we did one weekend, and she had stitches on her upper lip, her lower lip, her chin, and part of her nose. And that was a Chihuahua.
oh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The big dogs are the gentle ones, so you want like a chocolate
Typically.
lab.
I knew a Chihuahua. His name was Ripper, and he was like 17 years old.
Oh, geez, yeah. They live a long time.
Very, very cranky little fella. Adorable, great little guy, but didn't really feel like doing anything because he was just a little old man.
Aw.
It was my job to walk him, and he didn't want to walk. Take him to the tennis courts and roll a ball for him, and he'd look at me like, no, I'm not doing that. Just let me piss and we'll go home. I tried to play with him, but he was just too old. Most of the time on the walk, he'd sit down or lay down, and you have to carry him home.
Aw.
I think he lived to 18.
Yeah. Smaller the dog, the longer the life they have.
Yeah.
I still like me a proper dog, though.
Yeah. I actually want a Great Dane, but I'm having trouble finding one with the rescue organizations that aren't like, because they typically have the white ones, which are always special needs. They're almost always born blind and deaf. And like I'm already special needs, so like I don't think I could have a dog that was
I had
special
a
needs.
deaf cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was wonderful. We could vacuum her.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. And she was physically a hermaphrodite, so I mean, all things considered, you would think that would be a mess, but no. Even though, internalized male organs and things like that wasn't that much of a problem. And deaf, wonderful. Absolutely nothing frightened that cat. Nothing.
Nice.
It was great.
Hey, BBA is back.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys are still going. Like I've already finished recording and editing my video, and I'm getting ready to upload it after the thing saves.
Uh-huh.
And you guys are still going.
You have great
What?
eyelashes, by the way.
Do what?
You have great eyelashes. Just say thank you.
I have
Sure,
no idea how to respond. Yeah, no, we're still going. It did not take you at all very long to.
No, that wasn't
record
very
and edit,
long.
man.
I call that you being short than us being long.
Yeah. The thing is actually the video that I was reacting to. The original video is like 8.5 minutes long. But my completed video was like, I think, coming close to 12 minutes because I really didn't have to say shit because actually the guy surprisingly knew his shit and knew what he was talking about. So I was actually very impressed. So, yeah, I was actually hella impressed.
Oh yeah, I suppose I probably shouldn't have used the abbreviation if he didn't know who you were in the first place. Oh, that's BBA. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, most of us just sort of call them that because we're all too lazy.
Yeah, I was typing.
And you guys don't know my real name yet.
I mean, I do, but
are you doing a name reveal along with the face reveal or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Name, face, and the state that I live in.
Okay.
Maybe the city or the city I live near, but I haven't really decided if I'm going to go that detailed yet.
Yeah, the only reason that I tell people Green Bay, Wisconsin is because we're not actually in it. So, like,
yeah, I'm probably going to do something like that.
Yeah.
The city I live near. Because I live near a pretty big city.
Yeah, the closest I ever get to saying where I live is Columbus. Which is big city smack in the middle of Ohio.
Yeah. How far is that from Cleveland?
A couple 100 miles.
I might have to bug you and Mac when I have to go there.
Yeah, Mac and I live sort of far away from each other. I mean, just as far as the state's considered. It's like
I'll be there for
half
2
the state
months.
away. Damn. Why would you want to come to Ohio?
It's for a surgery.
This is the state you want to escape.
I drove through it once. It was pretty boring. I think we only saw like pea fields or bean fields or whatever.
Should have been corn.
Some of it was corn, but it was like Mom said it was a different like season. Like I think it was towards the early end of the season, so they weren't like tall stalks of corn. They were just really short.
Yeah, we're
oh yeah, Lavender
pretty
Lady
boring
lives in
state.
Ohio too.
Yep. Yeah, this is a state that people want to escape so badly. 23 of the United States' astronauts have come from Ohio.
Oh my God, really?
They have left the planet in order to get away from Ohio. So yeah, that's it's a fun fact for you.
I love fun facts.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us are chock full of them, except for maybe BBA because he's probably still too much of a youngster.
Oh, he's probably got his own set of fun facts, don't you, BBA?
One sec.
Yeah, I'm sure BBA's got his own thing going when it comes to fun facts, but it's probably something, you know, old people like us wouldn't understand. Like, I don't know, the latest memes and shit like that. I don't know.
Or freaking abbreviations used half the time. Like, people put abbreviations in the chat, and I'm like, I have Google open on my phone going, okay, what does this mean? Like,
I do that all the time.
right? I'm like, I don't know what you're saying to me. Can you just spell out the words?
I know, I need translators.
I'm so old. Yeah, you would definitely need translators sometimes. Like, what was it that Nacho said? He didn't. Oh, he used BBS, and I was like, "What? What is that?" Yeah, it's Be Back Soon, and I was like, "Why don't you use BRB? I know that one."
Oh.
All right, what was it that y'all were asking me?
Little different fun facts. You know?
Oh.
Are you kidding? He's in high school. There's not fun facts.
I mean, you gotta have something.
About, like, fun facts about what?
Anything.
Literally anything.
Just random ass non sequiturs that don't actually mean anything to anyone anywhere.
I don't know. I can't really. I get one. I can't really pick one.
It's all right. I have that problem sometimes. Just different things come to my head mid conversation.
Yeah.
I had to calm myself from getting worked up on Twitter the other day because there was a Munchkin cat picture.
Was it too adorable for you?
No, it's a horrible practice.
I have no idea what a Munchkin cat is then. I thought it was just like a small cat.
No, they're bred for stumpy legs. Like, their legs are like half the length of a normal cat's legs. And it's actually a fatal dominant gene, meaning that if you breed two Munchkins together, every single kitten will be dead. So they have to breed Munchkins with regular cats and then, like, sort the litter and charge more for the ones with the genetic defect as opposed to the ones without.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures. This is not good.
Mm-mm.
I don't see how a cat like that can survive on the outside world.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't take into account that they can't get up on furniture as well or in windows, you know, but they're not putting ramps up for them.
They could. I don't see how they'd be able to jump very much.
They can. Some can jump better because their legs are a little bit longer, but the ones with the extremely short legs, no, they can't.
I'm looking at some of these photos, and they've got like the shortest front legs ever.
Mm-hmm. But people thought it was cute. There is only one association here in the United States that will accept it as a breed, and the rest of them won't, because it's literally a mutation.
Nobody should promote genetically, creating an animal that if it gets outside, it's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's just a fucked up practice.
Yeah, and people are like, well, they did the same thing to get dogs where they are. I said, yeah, and the brachycephalic breeds, like the ones with the smushed faces that can't breathe and they have to get surgeries to be able to see. And yeah, I'm against that too. Like,
Aren't there
Yeah.
some dogs that have to be, um, you know, birthed by C-section because they
yes,
can't?
the bulldogs, the stockier breeds like that are like a very the smaller body with the bigger heads. Yeah, they literally cannot give birth. Yep, so you have to set up like scheduled C-sections with the vet in order to help them. Did my computer freeze? Oh, no, you're still there. Okay.
No, I'm just horrified with the idea that they're breeding dogs to put them through these horrible things, you know?
Yeah, and Purple brings up a good point. They're actually going away with that on some dog shows. The necessity to clip their ears and their tails, because there is no reason for it. And some dog shows you don't have to have them docked, but a lot of them, yeah, they dock them when they're puppies, just
Why
because
do they
like
do that?
it's the way it looks. They want them to look more intimidating and they want them to look more aggressive.
They think that a lack of a tail looks more intimidating.
Well, the lack of the tail, I think, came from when they were fighting. If you don't have a tail, you can't get your tail grabbed in the middle of a fight.
Okay.
And the same thing with the ears, because when they stick up like that, they're more out of the way than if they were floppy.
That's
I
just
feel
wrong.
bad for yeah. I would rather have a Doberman with floppy ears and a tail.
Oh, they're adorable, yeah. If you see an actual Dobie that hasn't been altered like that, they're absolutely cute.
Oh yeah, my great uncle has a litter that he just sold of Dobermans.
Yeah.
I actually got to see them when they were. I think I went up there because my grandpa and I went up there this past summer because they live up in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so we went up there to see them and to visit, and we saw the puppies. When we first got there, I think they were, I want to say like 4 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, so they were little.
I just wish they left them alone.
Yeah, so do I.
People just need to let a dog be a dog.
Yeah.
And for anyone who's curious, this old man right here is Frank.
Hey, Frankie.
I love Frank. Hello, pretty kitty.
Grouchy old guy.
Oh.
Doesn't that come with being Siamese?
I keep
Little
telling
bit.
them that. They sound crabby. They look crabby, but they're not. They're sweet.
The worst that we have come in for moods as far as cats go are the tortoiseshells and the ginger females.
Ginger females are always kind of pushy.
Oh my god.
I had a cat that I brought in to get spay, and oh boy, that was interesting. I got the cat carrier back with the post-it on the back that they forgot to take off. It said, "Looks nice, isn't."
Wow.
My cat acted friendly and then would beat the crap out of them. So
was she like that with you?
No, she was completely a dog. never aggressive at all. And I'm looking at this note. Looks nice, isn't? This is my perfect little girl, you know?
Right? Yeah. Yeah,
like,
we get to typically see a different side of pets when they come in.
Oh. Here's something fun for you. We all know that I recently posted my latest criticisms of the Catholic Church video, like yesterday. I got a person who clearly has no idea how to pay attention to what I say, and doesn't actually know shit about their own faith. So,
boy. Is it in the comment section?
Yes, and
Ooh,
I'm actually
goody.
going to read it out right now because
Nice.
it's fun. Just so you know, no comma, by the way. Just so you know, you have no clue what you're talking about. That was an Orthodox in Greek or Georgia, not in the U.S., and it's not Catholic. I said that. Immediately after
Yeah,
I
you
showed
said
the
that.
clip of the guy dunking the kid, I said, okay, that's actually Greek Orthodox
Yeah.
and not Catholic.
No, and I knew that. Like, I've seen baptisms here that are Catholic, and they pour a little bit of water over the head. That shocked the fuck out of me to see that video.
Yeah. So already this person is wrong. And here's another fun fact. Do you know why the satanic cults target the Catholic Church the most? I sincerely doubt they do. But
What satanic cults?
Because it does the most harm to Satan. Demonstrate Satan exists. I mean, yeah, I get it. I have devil horns in my profile picture, but
My fiance just said, "Hail Satan."
And the Eucharist is an automatic exorcism once a week. No, it isn't.
What?
No,
Or
it's not.
daily, depending on how often you like to go. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You have no clue, my dear. Well, fuck you, bitch. Because you're not Catholic. I was Catholic. I left.
So was
I
I.
highly recommend you look up exorcisms and an exorcist and learn about the sacraments.
Well, BBA knows about exorcisms.
This is where I got my information from. The Catechism of the Catholic Church is where literally all of my information comes from. That in the Bible. So not literally all, but you know, it comes from both the Bible and the Catechism of the Catholic Church. So you cannot say that I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know, so Diane Marchewka Poland, you're an idiot. I just debunked you. I'm sorry. Idiot was probably over the line. Either way, I debunked you in less than 30 seconds. And you know how I'm going to respond to this person?
I'm actually looking at the comment right now.
Thanks for the view. You want to say that I have no idea what I'm talking about? Why don't you fucking learn something?
Well, that's the Dunning-Kruger thing.
75% roughly of all my criticisms of the Catholic Church video comes from this book. The remainder comes from the Bible. I know what I'm talking about. I can read. In fact, I can read your fucking books. And actually understand, because, well, this is going to come across as mean to, you know, everyone who's not smarter than me, or as smart as me. I'm smarter than you. And I don't feel bad for that. You know. But the simple fact is, after the clip played the first time, I said, okay, that's actually Greek Orthodox and not Catholic. I said that.
Right.
A little bit of attention should be paid. And it actually kind of shows me that she didn't watch the video.
Yeah, I was going to say.
At all. And I was talking about baptism. I was not talking about exorcisms. Exorcisms come later.
I'm sure someone would probably try to have me exercise if they could catch me.
Oh, my understanding of exorcism, at least with the Catholic Church, you have to be willing participant in it. Yeah, you have to consent to being exorcised. You can't consent to being baptized most of the time because that happens like days after you're born.
Right.
But yeah, this woman hasn't the foggiest clue what she's talking about, and it's a real shame. It is. You know, communion isn't an automatic exorcism. At most, it washes away venial sins. And by the way, sin isn't a fucking thing. So I have bad news for you on that front too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's people should know what they believe, and people like that show me they don't have a clue. Not a single clue.
Yeah.
It depresses me. It does.
I don't have that much of a clue when it comes to whether or not the information on your channel is correct. But that doesn't mean that I'm not watching. And you always self-correct, so I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah. I also cite my sources, so...
Yeah, as soon as the baby hit the water, you're like, oh, I know this is Greek Orthodox, but, you know,
yeah.
And you just keep going. What's the big deal?
Yeah. I just, like I hate to say I used it as a form of comedy, but I used it as a form of comedy. You know, it's these fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
I choose to believe my absurdity that actually is wrong and does not properly represent my absurdity. I mean, fuck. And who cares if it's in the US or not?
Yeah, it shouldn't matter where it's going on. Like, it's still happening.
I mean, Jesus Christ. It's not like I, at one point, wanted to be a priest or anything like that. That didn't happen. You know, I wasn't at least at one point considered to be one of the most knowledgeable Catholic students on Catholicism when I was going to my church's youth group. Oh, wait. Both of those are true.
Right.
Yeah, so it's when people come onto my channel totally oblivious to the topic they're trying to discuss, it annoys me a little. It really does, because I don't go onto someone else's channel and spout off shit I don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but religious people have this weird thing going on where they don't care and they'll just do it. You know, I don't know what my actual beliefs are, but here are my beliefs. Well, your beliefs are wrong, even according to your own religion. So enjoy that.
Right.
You know, but by the way, I'm pretty sure exorcism isn't a sacrament. It's something the church can offer, but it's not a sacrament. You know, there's baptism, confirmation, and holy orders. And if I'm remembering correctly, and I'm probably not, holy orders is what they give you before you die. The fuckery that comes from the Catholic Church. It
pretty much.
Jeez, I literally self-corrected seconds after the clip.
Practically during.
Yeah.
I was just glad you played it again.
Thank you, Laughter Lady. What's that?
I was just glad you played it again after you said watch the children.
Yeah. Well,
in the background.
The fuck out.
They're like, what the fuck is this?
You know, I actually watched it a couple of times before I realized, oh, those kids are freaked out.
Right.
You know, and actually one of the adults in the background, looked freaked out. Like she took a step back and did this. You know, so even
Right.
the adults were freaked out by it. You know, it's nitpicking over something like that after I correct.
Well, Bubba, I'm kind of throwing this out there as well. I don't think that they were freaked out. I think that they were just trying to get wet because the guy was flinging water everywhere.
That's possible too, but
Oh.
I think the kids at least would have been freaked out by it, and the adult that covered her mouth was far back enough. I don't think she'd have gotten wet from the splash.
True.
But yeah, when people don't know how they're arguing, see, I'm getting worked up by this. It's really annoying to me. It makes me hate humanity a little bit.
Well, there's a reason why I'm not too thrilled with it right now, so.
Yeah. And of course, this person is probably never going to see this section of the video because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right. Read your own literature.
Automatic
Well,
exorcism.
They don't do that.
No, the best Christians don't read the Bible. The best Muslims don't read the Quran. Shit. Armin Navabi said that, he and his family were good Muslims. They did everything with the Quran except read it.
Mm-hmm.
Really? I must have missed that.
Yeah, I don't remember where he said it. It might have been in like the forward or something of his book, Why There Is No God.
People.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure that's where it was.
What is extreme unction?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's apparently a sacrament.
Look it up. Let me know.
Who knows?
Roman Catholic Church, a former name for the sacrament of anointing the sick, especially when administered to the dying.
Oh.
So last rites.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. So that's fun. Yeah. I don't know my own religion. Listen to me lecture someone who, actually has sources from my religion on
Right.
my religion. This should be beer right now.
Oh, someone tried to tell you that sugary drinks are bad. It was a really long time ago, though.
Yeah, it was Mark. I'm okay with it. I'm gonna. My family's got a history of heart conditions, so that's probably how I'm gonna go out anyway. And if my heart exploding doesn't kill me, the dimensions. Yes, dimensions will kill me. I will ascend to the fourth plane and immediately be killed.
Sponsorship over.
But
Hey, Bubba.
Yes.
Go on and look at your comment section. I just added in a new reply myself.
Oh, goody! You have to read it for us, Bub. Because I'm lazy. Hence why my camera's not on, so I can sit in like a curled up position right now.
Your comment isn't showing up, at least not yet.
Fake news!
I hate to say this, but my batteries are running low.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in, Faye.
The fembot has to recharge.
Well, have a good night.
You too. I'm just so tired.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Faye.
I appreciate you inviting me on and having me, say nonsense things the way I always do. So I just really enjoy talking to all of you.
You too.
But kick the Catholic Church in the teeth for me because none of those people were nice to me.
Mm-hmm.
I already do.
Okay. Well, take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
So it popped up on my phone, but not my actual. That's fun. All right, so let's see here. All 2 replies. Okay, one of them's mine. That's right. Okay, so 2 Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on my last video. Do you even know how to pay attention? He literally said that it was Greek Orthodox, not Catholic. What satanic cults? We're both ex-Catholics, and the sacrament of Holy Communion is not the same thing as an exorcism. Believe me, my mother made me go through one, and let me tell you, they're not the same. Again, we're both ex-Catholics. Both is in all caps, and the last not was also in all caps. We know what we're talking about because we've lived and researched it. Now go on and do your own research into your own religion before commenting some stupid shit like this and learn to pay attention. I dig it.
Nice. Very nice.
You fucking lit into her. That's awesome. That amused me. Oh. It's like, oh, communion is an exorcism. No. It's like a mini confession if you haven't committed a mortal sin.
Yes.
By the way, taking communion while under mortal sin is itself a mortal sin. So
Yeah. Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
So like the people that don't go up on Sunday for communion, that's why.
Yep.
Yeah. Either
Sorry.
the people that don't go up are either not Catholics or they're in mortal sin.
Yeah.
Nice.
Quote unquote.
And then you have some people that go up anyway and they just cross their arms across their chest. It's like, why the fuck did you even bother getting up?
I was told to say thank you, Father, or Amen.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I was never.
You say Amen.
I was never like.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah, I was never confirmed though, so technically I shouldn't have been going up. So.
Well, I was never confirmed either, but I still went up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, baptism, or not baptism, First Communion usually takes place way before
in second grade.
confirmation. So, yeah, you can actually take communion if you're not confirmed yet.
Oh.
Yeah, First Communion happens, well, from when I was in it, First Communion happens in second grade, and then confirmation happens in 8th grade.
Yeah, I didn't go through all the classes, though. Like at all.
I was out of the Catholic Church by the time I was old enough to be confirmed, so.
Ah.
Yeah, I think I started doubting or questioning Catholic Church when I was in 7th grade. So, a year before then.
Yeah, 2nd grade sounds about right for First Communion, but I didn't get confirmed until high school. I think I was like a sophomore or some shit. Yeah, because you have to pick a patron saint, and they wanted us to actually, know a few different saints, so they made us wait.
Yeah.
That might have changed. It could be earlier now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, I was already, back when I was in like 6th grade, I already picked out my patron saint that I was going to do for confirmation.
Yeah. I can almost imagine this person is gonna comment back. I can almost.
Oh, really?
Happening. They haven't so far, but I can see it.
Not yet, but. Yeah.
You know, unless they're real chicken shit and they're like, oh fuck, they're two ex-Catholics doing this now. When I didn't even think the one was Catholic. I mean, there's a reason that I pick on the Catholic Church more than any other religions, because I actually know the Catholic Church.
Right. That's typically how it goes.
Yeah. You know, like I mean, now they're just Maddie. But you know, they go after Pentecostals a little more than anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know Pentecostal. they know that religion. They get it. You know, I'm sure if Neil were to do a lot more content outside of interviews, he'd probably go after Judaism.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Armin Navabi at Atheist Republic goes after Islam. You grew up Muslim. It just makes sense that you're gonna go after what you know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so why this woman thought that I just arbitrarily picked the Catholic Church is beyond me, but there it is.
Uh-oh, somebody else commented on there.
Did they?
Uh-oh.
Robert X. He's an
Oh, okay, yeah, we know Robert X.
Yeah. He's cool.
Yeah. But I gotta say right quick, you know, my video, because whenever I go back to the video, or whenever I went back to the video to comment on it, it went back to where I had previously stopped. And I think your expression in this freeze frame is tells all.
What expression freeze frame? Hang on, I'm in a different page. What? Oh God.
Do you see it?
I think your expression.
Yeah, hang on, let me. I'm gonna present you. That's not embarrassing for me at all.
Right? That's funny.
And yet I presented it.
I had a really unfortunate pause spot when I was like going over watching my video before I posted it, make sure everything was okay. And it looks like I just got plastered.
See, Robert, I read your comment, and I don't think it was extreme at all. I think it was a bit nicer than what BBA said.
I haven't actually read it yet, so I need to. Hang on. Let me go back in there.
Satan, who has about as much evidence for his existence as God, parentheses, which is none. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Where is? So let me read it.
Yeah, satanic cults, question mark, like the Catholic Church, question mark. Laughing my ass off. By the way, there is just as much proof for Satan as there is for God, which isn't much, parentheses, if any. That's exactly what Robert X said.
Yeah. Yeah, I read it.
The
I'd really
last
like
thing
to.
that really is extreme.
I'd really like to know about those satanic cults.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and next they're going to have to cite, you know, exactly how they know how many satanic cults went after.
Right? Like, were you a member of these cults? And
yeah, I mean, or is this, you know, just you trying to bring back the satanic panic of the 80s?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I might not have been around for that, but I know all about it.
Yeah, I was a kid when all that was going down, and my mom panicked about Satanism this and Satanism that, and I was terrified. Like, from the way she described it, I thought that people were going to come and like sacrifice me because it was happening all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally not the case.
No.
Yeah, people were freaked out by people who played Dungeons and Dragons or listened to rock and roll.
Yeah.
People just need to grow up. This is embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. that people believe this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, my mother was in elementary and middle school in the 80s.
Hmm.
And then high school in the 90s.
Purple says most pagan groups I associated with were accused of being satanic cults, hard to worship a being you don't believe exists.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know your struggle, Purple, because as an atheist, I routinely get accused of worshiping Satan, which I can't figure out. I don't believe in any form of deity, and technically, I guess you could consider Satan to be that.
Right.
So I don't believe in it.
Yeah, and I got called I got asked if I was a devil worshiper by my mother, even though she knows that I'm not, because I was listening to a song from Behemoth called Ora pro nobis Lucifer, which translates from Latin into "Pray for us, Lucifer." So, yeah, fun times, which was only like a couple days ago.
Wow.
See, you know what was funny? You remember what award show was it? The Oscars, where Christian Bale thanked the devil for the inspiration to portray Dick Cheney.
And they blew up. They lost their shit over that.
There was, I don't remember who did a response video to this, but somebody did a response, and this crazy person they were responded to said, well, all these actors have pseudonyms that they go by so they can have privacy, and his first name is Christian, so that's obviously a reference to Christianity.
But then they don't say what Bale was.
They do say what Bale was. It's a slight change to the name Baal.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Baal or Baal, because there's a
Baal, right?
Yeah, and there's an apostrophe between the A's, so you have to separate it. Baal, and because Baal and Baal sound so fucking similar. Stop drinking the goddamn Kool-Aid, please.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, if they can find a conspiracy a satanic conspiracy wherever they want, they will find it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can find literally anything anywhere if you look hard enough for it, and well, these people are doing just that. So keep up the good work. I don't know. But oh shit.
Well, I kind of forgot about my video, and it was easily done saving a while ago, so I just now started uploading it. So it's gonna be it's saying 53 minutes remaining, but I know that's not gonna stay there. I know it's gonna go higher than that. Because of how slow my fucking computer is. Which is kind of my fault, but for it being slow, as slow as it is.
You're glitching hard.
You're roboting.
My point exactly.
Hell. Yeah, I actually have to. I've already recorded a video like a week ago. I just got distracted by other things. So I need to get that uploaded. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We've been on almost 3 hours already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I started at 7 Eastern, and it's almost 11 Eastern. So, yeah, we've been doing this for a while. But
have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, everybody, thanks for stopping by the live stream. Thank you, hashtag and BBA, and everyone else who came in and talked about whatever it is we talked about. It was almost exclusively not anything about Atheism Day. But yeah. So yeah. Check out the Atheist Day website. It's the first thing linked in the description. And Have a good godless day.